What's up, everyone? Welcome in. Look, PEC in PAS has done and dusted, and what a show it was. I got the pleasure to be part of it. I also got to watch the PAS and see both these amazing people. Obviously, I want to introduce, Battlegrounds and Sparking. Thank you very much, both of you joining in. Obviously, before we kick things off, we had an outstanding PEC and a PAS. And the biggest thing is I wanted to look internal first. So I'm going to start EU. Sorry, Sparking. I'm an EU guy, mate, right? So I'm going to start
I'm also EU.
Let's go. So, Battlegrounds, how did you actually feel Twisted Minds performed in PEC when you've had some time now to go back and look at it?
Well, it was a pretty nice tournament for us as we had a new player this season, and first months were a bit more difficult than usually, because we had to make sure that a new player understands what type of gameplay play style we have. But honestly, it was pretty easy. For example, I think he's one of the best, if not the best player in the world. So we played very good. He was MVP in this tournament. We won the tournament in the last game by 1 point. So happy.
He's going to have to commit to the run. He's going to have to sprint on forward, get a knock, see what he can find, whether he sprints. He goes for it. He's right next to Lulu. Spin headshot. It's Fox 2 on the other side. Goes for the shot. Can't find the knock. Does he find the first? Finds the knock. Can he get the flush as well? Goes for it. Misses a few shots. Gets the second knock as well. Lukaruk just doing all the damage he possibly can. He's trying to win it on his own, but is it enough? 2 players down. Lou, solo left alive. Lil W on the other side, but they are not biting. They're not going for it. One nade could be the victory for Mad Bulls, but no one is looking this direction.
Looking back at SDK, the performance, obviously I wasn't a part of it. I was watching as a viewer. It was very exciting. There's a lot of cheering going on. How was your reflection back on SDK? Like how was the performance?
So I think it starts last year, right? I didn't play the last regional event. I left my old team, and I joined SDK at the beginning of the year. So we had a couple months to practice, and same as Battlegrounds team, Twisted Minds, like we're pretty difficult on the beginning because I was also playing my mother language for a year, and coming back to play English, even that I'm fluent, it just the brain takes a little longer to adapt, right? But I'm so happy because I think not only me but Putty, Luke, and Alo, we were all starving, right? Luke was playing in Oceania and he didn't qualify for play events last year, like as same as me. I only played Nations Cup last year, so we were like really starving, and this qualification was like really good for us. Like it felt like the first qualification for me. I remember when I went to PGI for the first time, it was the same emotion because it's been a long time I don't go for a real event. Nations is a real event, but you know what I mean, right? It's a team event.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Now entering the stage, Team Brazil. This lineup absolutely has the potential to deliver it. And now a straight up 3v3 fight. Watching the off angle here, Sparking gonna come in and collect 2. Now come the stun grenade. Shrimdy pinned against the bad side of the circle, and it is going to be done and dusted. Team Brazil, a 12-kill chicken dinner to kick off PNC 2023.
Look, Sparking, looking back at PS as well, is there any teams that, and it doesn't have to be teams that qualified, it could be any teams actually during the whole event, was there any teams that really kind of like surprised you, that really impressed you? Obviously, you can't say yourself, all right? So, any other team but your own, is there anyone that really sort of you back when actually done well?
I think Falcons winning is expectable. Legacy playing top 3, I would say, is expectable as well. But the teams that was surprising, I would say, it was surprising for me to see Sonics out of the top 3. Yeah. And surprising for me to see Lula Galaxy almost qualifying the last day as well. And also AKA, also known as, I think was the first professional tournament for the whole team. And they were like top 8. So I think it's good to talk about them, like the first event and they popping off, like hitting good teams and having good games. So that was my surprisings, I would say.
Between obviously PEC, it was close. It was close, and literally as you mentioned before, it went up to the last game. So again, taking yourself out of it, taking Twisted Minds and the superstar roster, like who really impressed you during the PEC regionals?
Well, of course, there's only one team who really impressed me. It was Mad Bulls. I would say that I expected them to play good because in preseason they were working hard. sometimes trolling in scrims, but still they were like super tryharders, and I saw it. Of course, like every game in scrims, they're like some trying to stay alive until the last game in some of the games, in some of the days. So I expected them to play good, not that good as they managed to do in actual tournament. And of course, they had many circles, as I said, after tournament, but their play style, their rotations, like the way how they moved on the map, it was impressive for me.
The peak, they get the knock over the top of the up to swing around the low ground instead, which now sets them up in trouble. 2 versus 2. They have Matt just on the other side. He hasn't gone for a heal, but Menixi able to see him regardless. And now, what was a 2v4 is a 2v1 in favor of Matbull. Do they see him just down below? Not quite yet.
Crossberg's going to have such a difficult time. He's going to see him straight away, but he actually does manage to catch Nixie, but Lucarux is there for the trade. The perfect peaks over like a bull in a china shop, smashing down all of the plates. It is back to Madballs getting another win and looking to pursue Twisted Minds at the top.
Yeah, and it's the only one team who impressed me. Maybe Navi, in terms of their team fights. I would say that they are one of the most dangerous team right now. Exactly like in these team fights, because they have 4 very young players who are very skilled individually. I can't say anything about their team macro, like rotations, and also they have never been on LAN. Yeah, so maybe the pressure will be very, very, very high compared to qualifications in Europe.
They just want to say, Navi, go fight Ascent. And it's actually kind of happening now. But here comes the push. Spread out Ascent. The firepower is here.
This could be absolute Armageddon for Ascent. Nades are coming through. Fairus actually deals with the entirety of Twisted Minds on the other side. He dies to the blue. Here comes Prothos Hakatory. They're taking fights on both sides. How has Navi done this?
They just 3v8'd Ascent and Twisted Minds.
I would say, yeah, these 2 teams, in a positive way. In negative way, it was Bad Boom, yeah. So I think mostly everyone was expected them to play good, but they had bad circles, and also they played very bad. So in negative way, they impressed me this tournament.
It's something I want to watch out for when they hit the LAN, is the additional pressure. You guys have got that hardened experience. You've been there, you've done it. This is going to be new to them. So, any teams that really shocked you, that didn't perform for PAS, that didn't make it through, that you were thinking, actually, do you know what? You should really put a shift in, and you should be going to LAN.
There was a couple teams that maybe I didn't expect to be qualing, but I would expect them to be fighting for the spot, And I think you can say Space Station Gaming. They had a really solid last year. You can see as well Bastia, they changed their roster. They won the regionals last year, but I would expect them to be fighting for a top spot. And also Gaskins. I think that was the teams, and I said Sonics earlier as well. But I think that was the 4 teams that I was expecting to fighting for top more,
Let's look a little bit more ahead now. Let's look at the coming in, obviously PGS, right? So Batalions, again, I'm going to say you can put your team in there if you want. You are going to put your team in, actually. So I'm going to want the top 4 teams. Who do you think are going to be the top 4 teams? And look, you don't have to say Sparking because he's here either, right? So you can say any 4 teams. What 4 teams do you expect to be hitting those big numbers coming to this LAN?
Well, first place, definitely STK.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice.
Yeah. That's an interesting question, because we have never had so small tournament. I mean, only 6 days, right? 3 days of group stage and 3 days of finals. And I can't imagine, how it's going to be, because looks like just super fast week of tournament. Everyone expect Chinese teams to play good since it's their home and they are having PCL right now. They are grinding the game. So many tournament games. Oh, so hard. 17 Gaming, maybe. They're always a good competitor, right?
Yeah.
Not talking about our team, right? We don't
No, you can. Go on. We'll put Twisted Minds in there. You got to back yourself. Come on, I'm all for that. So there's Twisted Minds. There's number 2, right? Come on, give me number 2. Who's going to be up there? Who's the Twisted Mind top 4 picks?
Randomly, Cerberus.
Okay. Good team.
Falcons for fun.
Falcons for fun.
Just for fun. One more team, right?
You can have one more. I would have gone Twisted Minds. You guys got to be up there. 100-point scrim days.
Yeah, I mean, it's not interesting to call. Of course, we're going to win everything. It's not a question. But yeah, it's more fun to call someone else. Can I just place STK? Why not?
Go on, you got STK. It's too nice. We need the banter. Sparky,
two American teams. NA's
looking good. NA's looking good. I think the NA playstyle is really changing at the moment in the PUBG scene. And again, we've seen a lot more in the EU scrims. But Sparky, come on, top 4 in the LAN. Come on, first one of the season. Who are you going for? What 4 teams are you going to be putting up there?
I'm going to say Twisted Minds, not because Battling is here. I really think they are the most consistent team in the world, like overall. So I have to say Twisted Minds. I'm going to say Shoot to Kill. I think since, like Battling said, the Chinese teams are playing where we're playing, basically. Like they are already practicing and they're going to be on the hometown. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be one Chinese team playing really well, at least 17 gaming, I would say. Or maybe Tiamba or whoever qualifies, Cerberus is a good pick, like Battling said. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to find the 4th.
It's always normally a top 3. That's why, guys. That's why you got to go top 4. That's why you got to top 4.
Yeah,
That hard
top 3. Top 3 is definitely easier than top 4. Cerberus is definitely a solid pick. And I would go Cerberus too. Maybe with Pero.
Yep.
I don't know. They have been, Axe Left they always been popping off. Now in the China, the hometown, that could be a good moment for them to pop off,
Hometown's a thing, like fact. When you got that crowd
it's a buff.
cheering.
If you think about it, it's a buff. I don't know, man. If they put Alan in Brazil, I don't know. I would go crazy, I would go crazy. So
I'll be there. Trust me. Let's look on the Eastern region though, Sparky. So let's take all the EU, let's take all the NA teams out there. Like, who's the most feared team out there, really? Is it the 17? Is it the Cerberus? Like, what is the team that, as you guys, SDK are going, actually, hold on, this is the fear, this is who we need to watch out for, this is the kill feed that we've got to read and watch out as they start rotating in? Is there a team that you guys are focusing on in that region?
I don't think you should focus in, like, a single team, because on that tournament, like on World's tournament, every team is dangerous for you. Like every 100%. Team is good mechanically, every team can win you, can complete the game. I would say it's all the teams we're watching for now. All the teams we're gonna be looking for, what they do, like studying them, analyzing them, and that's kind of our mindset for this tournament. Is just to have a step ahead, like, because it's pretty way easier to play in our region because we practice against them every single day. So. Yeah. We kind of know how they play the game, but when you're approaching a World's tournament, and there's a lot of different things, different play styles, so I think you just gotta adapt pretty well, in those lobbies, especially because it's a really fast tournament, so there is no room to mistakes like the other tournaments we had, There's no losers practice, there's nothing like that, so we gotta play good. There's no excuses.
I'm between the same sort of question for yourself, but obviously it's more about the drop changes for you guys, like you guys sticking to your game plan. Is there a team out in these sort of eastern regions that you guys are focused on, or potentially, again, not trying to avoid, because that's the wrong mindset as we mentioned before, but is there someone that you might be doing a bit more homework into, really, on a Twisted Minds piece?
I would say, this in China tournament, we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna hot drop Chinese teams in their hometown and see what we're gonna get. Yeah, that's our mindset. Only this. We don't really, like zero pressure, honestly.
Love it. If you have a bad day, you haven't got a break in between. You haven't got the ability to sit in the crowd and rethink. Like, between, is this something you guys are working on at the moment? Like, the speed of adaptation, is the homework going to be critical? I suppose the run up now before you guys shift yourself out towards LAN.
I would say, of course, I'm not sure 100% if this like only group stage without loser bracket, winner bracket gonna suit us or not. But definitely we're working on playing all the games until the end. Yeah, like I would say we play very aggressive nowadays. Yeah, so sometimes we need to chill to win our own games. Honestly, we're just working on ourselves right now. We don't know, like, because when there is only 12 games in group stage, you just need to play all your games good, right?
Yeah.
And that's all. only this will work. There are many things inside our team speak, like what we are working, like about our roles, about how fast we play in some circles, whatever. Like of course there's many work of it, but overall it's just teamwork on ourselves.
Sparking, STK side, like again, short tournament, what's the plan? What you guys looking to do differently coming to this sort of intense format?
Like you said, there's no room to breathe, like to stop in his head, right? And as Baturin said, is play the best games you can on the group stage. And my mindset, I would say for myself, in the finals, you gotta qualify first. So you just steps by step and read the groups. We play in 2 different groups, so the game was gonna change a little bit. And just step by step, focus on the qualify first, and then you qualify, and then you focus on the finals, and just have good games and do our best overall. Try to be the most consistent possible.
Consistency is key with PUBG. Let's put you guys a little bit on the spot now, Sparking. Why is your region the best region? Why is the Americas going to be bringing the win? Come on, what's unique about you guys?
I gotta back up because there's a split regions, right? In Americas, SA, NA. NA, it's only now the best region because they mix it with SA. That's all I can say, Like the Brazilians, we are built different.
It has changed.
So yeah, it has changed.
I think it's really good. I think it's really good.
I think if we didn't have this mix, I think our quality of lobby would decrease. But the fact we split it, I think the lobby is increasing, because there's not comfort zone anymore for the good teams, Like SA teams, if they're gonna fight for a spot they want to, they will,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's why NA is so good, we're mixing an entire continent, South America, North America in one. So I think that's pretty good for the whole teams.
The regions are very different. We do see a big difference in game style and game plan, and push style, edge play. You guys have all got unique game styles and this is what I really love when you guys get to go to LAN and watch it, because you see that mash of colours. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and we get some really good outstanding plays. Look, final question for me. Will we have an EMEA region, maybe even Twisted Minds, take the crown come the end of PGS3?
Yeah, I think, possibly, yeah. Either it's going to be PGS3 or PGS4. We'll see. Like, first of all, we need to reach finals, and then it's going to be super easy, but group stage is going to be harder than the finals.
Love it, mate. You're such an aggressive and competition player. Competitive, Twisted Minds. Absolutely love it. Are we going to see a crown, STK crown?
I mean, bro, if it's America, it's gotta be me. So otherwise, I'm cheering for Baturins here, That's sorry, man,
I'm gonna do the same.
Thank you, man. That's how it should be.
Before you guys, obviously, safe travels and traveling away, is there anything else that you want to say out to the fans, people that might be watching or supporting STK or any of the teams in the Americas region?
I'm just gonna thank you, everybody, for supporting and just like giving motivational messages every day on the chat, on the streams and everything. We're working pretty hard and we're going to do our best. And that's it. Thank you for all the fans from Brazil, North America, and the whole world.
Yeah, I want to say huge thanks to everyone from Twisted Minds organization, from our Twisted Minds family around the world, like CIS viewers, European, American viewers, Asian viewers, everyone. We're going to come and fight until the end.
Well, I want to wish you guys both the best of luck and safe travels, most importantly, and obviously wish everyone on the team the best of luck as well. That's it from us. A little bit of banter from the guys. You guys got too much respect for each other. I've got to love it. I thought I was going to dig out the EU versus NA region fight, but no, it's not going to happen. But obviously, stay tuned. Obviously, it is around the corner. We are going to be kicking off the LAN. We will be seeing both of these players live in the action, and we will be soon dubbing the first LAN champion. But that's it from us. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome in. Look, PEC in PAS has done and dusted, and what a show it was. I got the pleasure to be part of it. I also got to watch the PAS and see both of these amazing people. Obviously, I want to introduce, Battlegrounds and Sparking. Thank you for almost both of you joining in. Obviously, before we kick things off, we had an outstanding PEC and a PAS. And the biggest thing is I want to look internal first. So I'm going to start EU. Sorry, Sparkin. I'm an EU guy, mate. Right. So I'm going to start. There
I'm
first,
also
okay?
EU.
Let's go. So Batonis, how did you actually feel Twisted Minds performed in PEC? When you've had some time now to go back and look at it.
Well, it was a pretty nice tournament for us as we had a new player this season, and first months were a bit more difficult than usually, because we had to make sure that a new player understands what type of gameplay, play style we have. But honestly, it was pretty easy. For example, I think he's one of the best, if not the best player in the world, so we played very good. He was MVP in this tournament. We won the tournament in the last game by 1 point. So, happy.
He's going to have to commit to the run. He's going to have to sprint on forward, get a knock, see what he can find, whether he sprints. He goes for it. He's right next to Lulu. Spin headshot. It's Fox 2 on the other side. Goes for the shot. Can't find the knock. Does he find the first? Finds the knock. Can he get the flush as well? Goes for it. Misses a few shots. Gets the second knock as well. Lukaruk just doing all the damage he possibly can. He's trying to win it on his own, but is it enough? 2 players down. Lou solo left alive. Lil W on the other side, but they are not biting. They're not going for it. One nade could be the victory for Mad Bulls, but no one is looking this direction.
Looking back at SDK, the performance, obviously I wasn't a part of it. I was watching as a viewer. It was very exciting. There's a lot of cheering going on. How was your reflection back on SDK? Like how was the performance?
So I think it starts last year, right? I didn't play the last regional event. I left my old team, and I joined SDK at the beginning of the year. So we had a couple months to practice, and same as Battering's team, Twisted Minds, like we're pretty difficult on the beginning because I was also playing my mother language for a year and coming back to play English, even that I'm fluent, it just the brain takes a little longer to adapt, right? But well, I'm so happy because I think not only me but Putty, Luke, and Alo, we were all starving, right? Luke was playing in Oceania and he didn't qualify for play events last year, like as same as me. I only played Nations Cup last year, so we were like really starving, and this qualification was like really good for us. Like it felt like the first qualification for me. I remember when I went to PGI for the first time, it was the same emotion because it's been a long time I don't go for a real event. Nations is a real event, but you know what I mean, right? It's a team event.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Now entering the stage, Team Brazil. This lineup absolutely has the potential to deliver it. And now a straight up 3v3 fight. Watching the off angle here, Sparking gonna come in and collect 2. Now come the stun grenade. Shrimdy pinned against the bad side of the circle, and it is going to be done and dusted. Team Brazil, a 12-kill chicken dinner to kick off PNC 2023.
Look, Sparkin, looking back at PS as well, is there any teams that, and it doesn't have to be teams that qualified, it could be any teams actually during the whole event, was there any team that really kind of like surprised you, that really impressed you? Obviously, you can't say yourself, all right? So, any other team but your own, is there anyone that really sort of you back when actually done well?
I think Falcons winning is expectable. Legacy playing top 3, I would say, is expectable as well. But the teams that was surprising, I would say, it was surprising for me to see Sonics out of the top 3.
Yeah.
And surprising for me to see Lula Galaxy almost qualifying the last day as well. And also AKA, also known as, I think was the first professional tournament for the whole team. And they were like top 8. So I think it's good to talk about them, like the first event and they popping off, like hitting good teams and having good games. So that was my surprisings, I would say.
Between obviously PEC, it was close, and literally as you mentioned before, it went up to the last game. So again, taking yourself out of it, taking Twisted Minds and the superstar roster, like who really impressed you during the PEC regionals?
Well, of course, there's only one team who really impressed me.
Let's get started. Let's go. It's GGL, day number 2. I'm MarkPower. Unfortunately, only just me at the moment. This girl got called into work. But we do have the amazing CC cast. He'll be here, game number 2. More importantly, thanks to GGL and PUBG EU, we've got a whopping 30,000 G coins. Yes, you heard me right. Not 3,000, not a little 5,000. 30,000 G coin to give away today. 50,000 G coins to give away tomorrow. We are splitting it up slightly. It is favoured towards the viewership, though, that is sitting on Twitch because it is larger. There is the opportunity to also win in on YouTube as well. So if you want to stand a double chance, you can do. You just need to get over to YouTube. Also type ! giveaway. If you're on YouTube, come here, type ! giveaway. And it doesn't matter. When your name's in the hat, your name's in the hat. You don't need to spam chat. You actually can't. But you can just put it in once. When you put it in once, your name gets added to the list. And then what's going to happen during the breaks, we are going to draw 2 people each time. So the first section for us now, we are going to be taking 1,000 G coins. We're going to start nice and slow. 1,000 G coins, though, between game 2 game 3. We're going to ramp that up, though. 3,000 G coins for the 2 winners. So 6,000 G coins are going out the door. Game 3's 5, then we're going 3, then we're going back to 1. So we're going to go up and down, up and down. Basically, we're doubling up tomorrow. Let's talk about leaderboard. Let's talk about all that jazz, though. Let's get into game, though. Game number 1, day number 2 is coming up, baby. It's Miramar time. Let's roll. Here we go. It's match number 1. As I said, yeah, we got giveaway, people. G-Coin. Oh, wait. Actually, I love giving giveaway. Massive shout. Massive shout. PGS. Let's talk PGS as well. Wow. God, day number 2. Let's go, people. Insane. Insane so far. Just in mind. So, obviously, I got blessed to show you guys the interview that I was asked to do with Sparky and Ember Torrens. Absolutely loved the interview. I thought I could get a bit of NA banter out. Weren't having any video. Do you know what? I love that we've got so much respect in the player community for the other players as well. Like, keep that downright, keep going, people. Playing path, though, game number 1 is from a north down towards the south, but realistically, it's a northwest down towards a south as well. So we do favour this sort of west-hand side of the map. Does mean potentially we are going to be pushing us over towards Death Valley, etc. We start with Miramar. We've got another 6 games today. We've also got another 6 tomorrow before we do crown our title. Don't forget the payouts for the players, though, is 1st through to 8th. We will look at more of the leaderboard. And then 9th and 10th, well, you're kind of safe. You don't need to go to the relegation. You do find to stamp your ticket, your passport back in towards next year, if I say tomorrow, back in towards the next season in Division number 1. But unfortunately, if you are down 11th, all the way through down to 14th, you've got to fight your spot again for relegation. So pretty tough for those guys, and you can see it popped out on your screen now. So yeah, at the moment, the gangsters, they're holding and chasing down our SWS team. I need to work on this graphic, guys. I'm aware of that. They sit at 201, and Real Gangsters on the right-hand side, 194. But the real story came from yesterday, actually, with our unknown mix. They're 167. They've taken Rufus Esports at 164, as they're in that automatic relegation spot. So if you're in 15th, if you're in 16th, you're getting automatically relegated. One's going to go down to 2A, one's going down to 2B, but you don't even get the opportunity, unfortunately, to fight. There are 12 games. This is 12th game itself. Obviously, as I said, these guys and girls, well, they need to really get going, get driving, and ensure that they get themselves out of that relegation spot if possible. Right-hand side of the table, Zone obviously goes really early. We do have a lot of unplayable. Oasis is a temptation. Now, we did end up with an island yesterday. That was insane. It's an interesting one. We had a middle island. For those who didn't see, you can go back and check the VODs. Welcome in, everyone on YouTube. How you doing, guys? Don't forget ! Giveaway on YouTube and Twitch again to enter. As I said, we will be ramping up the prize, and we will be picking 2 people each break at the moment for a chance to win. Obviously, if you are selected, and well done, congratulations, you obviously need to go open up a ticket in Discord. There'll be a link, you'll see it. It'll be directing you to go towards it. Didn't take long before we get into some action here. as the real gangsters, well, they turn and go back. Actually, north might not be too much of a problem. And Chiggleton, well, hanging out the side. He's going towards unknown mix. Simplifies is actually one of the players that really impressed me yesterday. Done well. Really clawed, dug deep, got his boys out. I think he might be looking for that car. You can see now guys are coming down. Hopefully. Now, oh, surprise. Needs to get one. Does get one. Oh, gets the second car. Buckaroos its way on up and no mix. Well, they buckaroo themselves. 2 bag points. Early game. Sneaky, weighty. That pays out for them. And 2 of the gangsters, well, they might want to sit back with some pina coladas now and Oasis because they're the only 2 now that remain. Oh. We've got CC. Nishka was meant to join us, 100%. Got so much time and love for Nishka, but she at work had called her another meeting, so unfortunately, instead of like joining halfway through the event, she said, "Hey, do you know what? It's time for us just to step back and let CC come in." So CC's in. CC's been with us most of this season as well, right? So he actually really knows a lot that has been going on, and there has been a lot going on at the moment, and there's some more kills. Looks like unknown mix getting one. They do lose one as well. Garrett does get his knock, but unable to get the confirm. He's down. And the rest of the guys, well, they got unwanted a little bit further afield, and the rest of their team, well, it's over towards water treatment and below. So looks like unknown mix picking up 2, but also losing 1 hit. Kill confirmed for them. They will also trying to hunker down. Oh, look at this action. This is insane. Footy Sports. I said they were back to a full stack. Did get Otto. Now he's looking to try and get intense here. He actually uses Otto to push the nade back. This does get the 1. Well, he gets that confirmed done. More nades do come in, and we are looking for a third. Third time lucky. Oh, it does get it. It actually comes from the shots on the other side. So, Footy Sports, well, they've got a caught with their hands in the cookie jar. They're also down to a 2, and we've got a couple of teams with 2s already. We're not even 5.5 minutes in the clock. Jeez. Damn, the add command didn't work. Add decoy into enter. I can add that. Super easy. I can do that. Just need to do 1 second. As those confirms done. What do you want? You want me to do something here? Do that. Giveaway. Wait. No, I don't use Nightbot. I actually use something called StreamerBot. It's actually a lot more complicated, but once it's set up, it actually is a lot easier, especially like with automations. It does a lot of scripting as well, Solar. So you basically can write a script to say, like, what I've done today. So basically, the script I wanted it to make a list of people as the names go in, so I can give it to the GGO admins, but also I can give a list of the people that are winners. So as the winner happens, it also puts you into a separate list, and then it can remove you from that list again, so you can re-enter if you want to. But in this case, I'll not to. Once you enter in once. You can try and add multiple times. But you're already in. You only need to be in it once. The reason for that, I didn't want you guys having to sort of spam chat the whole time. Like, so that's the main reason. But if I can ask you a favour, go share it on social media. Let them know we've got 30,000 G coins up for grabs this evening. So, and 50,000 will be tomorrow as well. So loads. 80 in total. It's the main one. Well, T-Bone and Ainsley, they're a dangerous duo to have. I think they're under 5 from unwanted. Looks like GG are also under fire as well. Well, the gangsters, they're down to 1. Lanky in a bit of a bad spot at the moment. You got to remember as well, the real gangsters, well, they're on that tipping point. They're on that tipping edge, aren't they? That they need to have good games. Yeah, they need to have good games, real gangs. So be careful. She's moving their way down as well. Let's see a few. To be honest, I don't think they had the best day yesterday. And well, just see this sort of pockets of great PUBG result. You do go down. I bet hot and spicy to come around a little bit more at the moment. In towards the arms, a real or a repeat peak. We haven't just yet. The key compound now, so just pan out slightly. The rest of them now moving in. And I don't think they know exactly where the remainers are. There's some long distance. That's going to get some eyes on towards the sort of west. I don't know. Well, they're going to know now. There's a couple more shots. Look what happens. Xerox does put his way in. Spicy goes down to a one shot, but he goes down. Great nade. Get the damage that he thinks he wanted. If you're going to be down one. Why is there a Torn's interview? I just fancy put one up. Pretty. Yes. It was good to have a look. It was good to look at some of the pro players and see how they're doing. Hey, it's not too bad if it does clear. He actually cooks it slightly. There's that confirm. Well, phase number 2, it does bounce back. You can see this is holding on slightly. We do go back mainly more towards an east, sort of southeast. San Martin's in there, SWS are in that really good spot. We spoke about this yesterday with me and Gibson. Actually, not a bad spot, really. One of my favourite areas of this map. The rocks, well, they have to tighten themselves up. A few Moonrays going down. Keen's obviously just keep an eye on this on the map just at the moment because a lot of teams are on that rotation. One of them is Slava. They've had a bad start, really good middle, coming to the finals, looking not too bad as well. See if they can continue that sort of pace. BFG, one of the teams that are in the prize pool at the moment, they just need to hold on. On that hold, they've still got quite a bit of distance now to make. Battles to fight on the other side, though. Formation Gaming is here. Here we go. Gangsters, unfortunately, going down. Formation Gaming, first kill. Got to be cautious. Go back. Oh, it's not bad. And the nades are not too bad from STFU, but they're just coming short. Gonna give it another chance. See if that one's short. Doesn't look short. Bounces the right way. Oh, right on top of his head. The air burst was good, but it didn't get the results. No chicken dinners for that nade. Not moving forward though, but he's repositioned. Great reposition. Second play as well. BenQ on the hold. There goes the flash. Looking for the re-peek as well. That'll go over, but the flash will do its damage. Players have not moved forward, so not getting caught out in the open. Xerox obviously needs to make the move as well. Back on the other side though, Clannon versus our Mad Marines. I think at this point you might say that Mad Marines are out. There are 12 games to go. They could really dig deep. They will need to dig deep if they want to get involved in there. Continue launching these nades forward. Wait for a free kick. Yep. Mad Marines, I'll get one back. And wanting to get these points as well. He does go to the top. And there. The final player. He's got to shoot this res. He's done a huge amount of fire. Does res. One more. He's gone. He's gone. Actually, unwanted claim at the end. The Marines, well, they're going to be able to get the reses on. They're going to hold the outside. A bit of fun and support from their neighbours. And back to the fight between Formation Gaming and the STFU. They really haven't stopped at all here. Forward, great. Pixel peek there. Number 2, as I said, it's pretty tight. Identify the players. No shots at the moment. Back to Mad Marines, able to get all 4 back. And Slava. And Greg, who seems to have picked up an MK. vest and a lid and is on his way. Little cheeky horns as he moves on round. He's going to use the blue. We don't quite get the oasis that we want. But goes here. Race coming a little bit late on this top. Big rotation from them. How far off they go. Back to, before I even get back there, Formation Gaming, they do clear up SDFU. 14th place for them. Not to lose the bodies now. Zone tightening its way down. SWS got a big decision. They've got a 2-2 split here in prime real estate. No one to try to get rid of the tyres. Can't stop anyone making the move. AAU finding themselves out a little bit more to that east at the moment. Continue now, but Mods also might pull the giveaways a little bit earlier. This is not what you need. As the zone's being completely engulfed, but it does actually help here. You can see behind enemy wives, use the cover of the sandstorm just to move in. Well, actually my favourite area of here, where you can sort of keep your vehicle safe, you can pin yourself down. So long as you deal with any teams pushing in, it's more the teams a little bit further away that might cause some damage. But there's that Slava on the other side doing the same. Just focusing back, ensuring they keep the hill close to them. I actually do have Greg a little bit further afield, so they will be looking his way. To go. I don't think he's going to wait and try and get any freebies. They're completely off-road now. And might not be off-road for long. That level 3 lid that's helping him. Maybe it's because he's NA base. He hasn't got the same side of the road, right? That's a British feeling. Great shot. He's there. Slava 2 kills already. Going to rotate his way around. He's going to be looking for another vehicle, but not going to be able to find it just yet. Pretty much. Everyone else is thereabouts now. Formation Gaming now working away. Waste, I think, got the hardest place to get in as well. You'll need to enter once in the G-Coin, guys. And we will drawing from the same hat, the same community, the same support and love. And thanks to the old UGL guys of the EU, the coins. Huge amount of coins. Nice. Found some tyres. Nice, actually, lucky enough. How that car goes. We'll be safe in the dip here at least for a moment. As Formation Gaming don't hang around, they move further afield. GA getting their shots on the adjacent side. They're really trying to punish here. Slava are at the top of the mountain. But they're at this sort of pinnacle point where both sides, RES and GA, are able to see both sides of him. They've got to be careful. Mad Marines, well, they're going to look on in as well. The angles, unfortunately for them, not looking good at the moment. Even though welcome in, people. As that time tightens up, and SWS, well, they're going to tighten their way up. And then be wives. No need to move. Don't get baited in here. Wait for it. Pretty Sports picking themselves into the sand. Work their way up. There is a little dip they can play up here as well. Just sitting tight in it. Now, best car they can hold. Might even go straight for the compound. Footy Sports got nothing to lose at the moment. They are on the play on the compound. Oh my god, Ainsley's already got one down. Betty Boot bops. Well, she's going to run away through. Get shot again out the other side. Not too far away as another one falls. As Unknown Mix take on a dangerous duo at the moment. Would it goes for the res. Would have to make the play. Well, there's another confirm done and dusted. Have got a knock. It's down to T-Bone now. Maybe instead of going for the res, stack and go, take on the powerhouse that is T-Bone. He's going to pop the smokes as well. He'll be looking to exchange the res. The push hasn't really come through just yet. But eSports, great push from there. Here the footstep. He knows they're above. Let's get techers. He'll confirm. Run straight in. Down towards Ainty. He's further afield. He's in the smoke the other way. Now the Mad Marines that might want to get involved. He's no vest. It's okay. Dangerous. Slava arrive as well. Slava, unknown mix. Mad Marines might try and play off. Ainsley might have taken a bit more he can shoot, but no, there's one. He now knows there's a secondary team covered as he runs his way around, looking for more players, looking for more danger. Keep going. There's number 2 on the board. This is dangerous. The doors are closed. That's going to help him slightly. He backs himself now up into the corner. Vipers again going to work. Formation gaming on the other side. Looking good. They are pushing in. I'll still stay with this one at the moment. It's unknown mix looking to try and go. Here comes the blue zone nades. Vipers going for the confirms as well. Hey, if you didn't need any more teams, welcome on in BFG into the mix. BFG, Slava, Unwanted, all in here fighting, trying to hold out where they can. 2 for Unwanted, Slava making a push now. It won't be long before the Mad Marines come, but here they come rolling. Slava there. They go around the toilet. Oh, this one's occupied. There's a quick kill confirmed done for them. And the Unwanted guys down to a single player from a compound. They were holding strong. Jeez, this game's going quick. At this rate, CC might not even join us for game number 2. It is mental. Formation game down to 1 now. Now down towards Michael. Michael and Vipers looking good as a duo anyway. That Slava go down. I wanted to get the hold. Vipers though looking to get another kill on the board. 3 peek. Well, there's a few more peeks. Going to be enough just at the moment. There goes the zone shoot. Phase number 5. Going back the other way. US are there as well. We're also going to be able to look for the play as well. Rufus Esports is move on up and just half a step forward would have caught 2 out pretty quickly, but not at the moment. Behind the new wires, behind the hill, with the action that is happening in the compounds. On to 1 for BFG. Big game in. And a barrage. That's going to dissipate. There goes another one out. Window players right there as well, but confirms will now happen. Where's your game? Do go down. Rufus comes this way. I don't know about the players that are down, so might be opportunity to try and stack the res. Doesn't now go for the res. The smoke will be dealt damage. Behind the wives out of horses. Providing the cover, providing the hope, providing the dreams. BFG, well, provides themselves the opportunity to get back to number 2. Now they've got another team in the compound. Does he know that he's got a player here on the res? Ivor won't be moving. There's another re-knock happening. Surprise, surprise! Oh, second one goes down. Should be reading the kill feed here. Dell from BFG. Spraying the opportunity. Blue zone's going to cause some damage. They come out the back. They've been tabbed behind as well by the Mad Marines. And unfortunately, Rufus, well, they do go down. Mad Marines, big 2-2 split from them. SWS still holding their compound. It's behind enemy wives. They do sit on the top of that hill. AAU, been quite quiet. They obviously while working their way and a couple of kills, a couple of knocks, but we have to get this res back on them. And there's our unknown mix. They really dialed in yesterday. Super impressed with this team. And as a result, they're looking good at the moment. 7 teams now remain. We are on the placement points. Don't forget, if you are new to PUBG esports, from a top 8 position, that's when we start building the placement points. And all the good and fun that comes from all the kills. Every kill you get, even if you get a steal, you get a point on the board. That's what is key for some of these teams and players. Is finding the balance. That's why I love this game. It's about finding that balance. Placement versus kill. I think on the kill side a bit more, but I haven't got the expertise unlike these pro players that sit in here. Yeah, you. They're going to wrap their way around. They've got the cover of this hillside. Nice. They're not sitting on the top, but now they've got to be cautious. The more they expose themselves over, the angles are going to open up, and that's king of their hills. Well, they're the wives, or should I say behind enemy wives. I'm 25% of my completed goal for subs. Thank you very much, people. Very talented. Well, you're talented to support me with a prime sub. Thank you, man. 3 months in a row as well. Yeez. Thank you for the support. That's help. That's help. I think I'm getting my next sub stuff, just sort of saving it up and maybe getting a replay button thing. I can bring back replays a bit easier. I think it's definitely needed. Definitely needed. Mad Marines, 2-2 split. That's going to work out for them now. Good play from them. Moving their way, and I think they've had a word with themselves. So me and Gibson were talking about this yesterday, was that it's a team that done well the season before. Again, I wouldn't say more from them, but they were a lot higher. Quite the sales as they wanted. I think he's to play now. You watch crafting events and learn chat will spam with G coins. I like it. 100%, mate. 100%. Did not want that. Look, anything once, mate. You got what? Giving away 5 sets here, plus YouTube as well. So, yeah, all you need to do is enter once in here, enter once in YouTube. And you're in a chance to win. There is more G-Coin being given out on Twitch today than there is on YouTube. You've got to be in to win it. You've got to be in it to win it. I believe the admins, because it is all GG, it's nothing to do with me. I'm just here to facilitate, guys. You know me, I'll just point the camera and make a move. But it's all the admins. Get the flush. Go, go, go. No, no, no. Dodge, 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 dive, dive. Grenade. At least. What is the damage? Oh, right up on. That's a great move. Onto the outside edge of blue. Guys, one of these players that really impressed yesterday. And actually, for me, one of the players that really dug Unknown Mix out of automatic relegation. Mark alone say, not all. No, we've got CC joining us. Bush, no cover. Got no cover. There's one. And for Ibra, backs away. That kill might get stolen. That's all right. Don't worry too much. WS coming out of the compound. They have played this area well. Well, I think that's going to get swallowed up by the sand. Does. Nice. Got meds. Refusing to use them. And they will bounce off the car. A bit of splash damage. All the cars are going to go. Both the cars are going to go. This is going to be like Tetris. Where do you place? Nowhere. Era goes down. That nades, well, 2-for-1 deal. Provides some additional cover. And at least get the opportunity to get a med on hand now in zone. Good play. From game 2, yes, I believe from game 2. DC's messaged me now. On my way 10 minutes. He might not make game 2 at this rate. It is insane, people. He'll be here. He'll be here. Don't worry. You've got me for a couple of dodgy games. Try and cover as much as I can, as best I can. A bit like a bonnie hat here. Adam underneath. Gambling like they on the way into sort of placement. Quite a few times, actually, in the final so far. Zone shift away again. US got blessing, but they're not blessing in the sense that actually most teams now can see them. They're looking up towards it. Behind wise took the opportunity to crash the compounds. That's brought them right down to this level. So most of these teams leveled up, and unfortunately for them, it means they are safe. More a draw of attention. That's re-smoked now. I think that one's a little bit early, personally. That might. From the molly, has run way back in. Molly from then. Go around this famas is pretty dangerous. Need to actually, I'm going to put the map stream back up. I got the command center working again. I just need to re-add that map stream, so I'll do that for you guys today. I think I'm about done with beta testing now. I just think I need to make it look pretty. If I'm honest with you. Wait, got a bit of tree cover. Here comes the car. Goes for the seat swap, but no. Mad Marines provide the cover. Enemy down. I think they'll be calling that he's on here. There's the FAMAS. There comes the big up push from the Gamblacks. There's one. There's two. Good play from them. The Marines further afield. Final player be yelling at him. Lob and a grenade at me. He's on my pin. He'd take the cover. Atsa has to back away. Pray that behind enemy wires are here to save the day for them as they're going for kills and steals. Well, he's going to have a look for it, though. SWS do get the claim, and they do just be chucked anyway. So, down towards the top 3. SWS, they've got 4 strong at the moment. At the compound, they played it well. 5 kills as well. Looking for as many angles as they can. Another ant caught in the cookie jar. Feels like a lot of people getting caught out here. US has got all the zone. They've got all the control. Gamblacks, how they got away with this push? I am bamboozled, but they've done it. Shots here. Confirm on the board. Up and down from SWS. I'm playing now from behind enemy wives. Try and get this res. Don't know if they've got any nades that they can launch over here. GTA looking to move. SWS coming in one side. Here comes the Panzer Killzone. There's one. Good for the secondary now. Goes down for a 4 versus 1. Well, now it's a 4 versus 2. Oh, 4 versus 1. 4 versus none. SWS Slow Storm. Well, there's nothing slow about that ending. It's a 10 kills, 20-point game for round numeral 1. It's not a bad start. I feel like they played it well. I feel like they held the zones, they held the area. You've got to remember they're on a 2-2 split quite early on. And then when it collapsed, they done it right. They played the collapse really, really well. That resulted in them potentially putting themselves in a driving position. I did feel like behind the enemy wires had an opportunity to take it as well. They were on that high ground, but they opted to go towards the compound, not play towards Slow Storm, giving them the high ground advantage at the end. And that was what maybe helped them clear up. Good 10 kills, a good 10 points. Need it. They're close to that cut point as well. You've got to remember they want to ensure they continue that gap and stop anyone chasing down. That's it for game number 1. What does that mean? Well, let's get some G coins out there. One of the admins will be typing the command to make the call to get the G coins up there. For my other mods that are in chat, if you can just leave it for the mods that are for GGL, they will make the right calls, make the right plays. So there are set mods that will be doing it. So for my other wonderful mods out there, please don't type the command. Leave it towards the admins that are sitting in GGL. Let's have a quick break. When we come back, though, we've got another mirror mark. Let's reset the giveaway as well. Not like you have to re-enter. Your names are already in it. I'll see all you guys in a sec. Let's go. Let's get number 2. South towards the northwest flight path. Not too shabby. I put the command center back up, guys. It is doing beta. Yes, it's still being worked on. Any changes? Yeah, there's one. Look, Waste go down. Slow Storm go up. So Waste now on the bordering edge of getting taken out by AAU. But look at it. Waste on 211, 198. Is it capable? Yes, we've seen that. We can do it in the game. But no real change at the moment. Definitely worth noting there's a nice 10-point gap arising between Unknown Mix in 14th and Rufus Esports in 15th. For those that are new towards GGO, the Good Game Ligaen, Norwegian League, been going for some time. This is a number of seasons in now. There's a Division 3, there's 2 Division 2s, a 2A and 2B, and a Division 1, which is now. Division 1, if you from 1st down to 8th, you've got money, you've got prize pool, and obviously it's divided down from that one. If you're in 9th and 10th, well, you don't get the opportunity to get any money, but you do get a little bit of a conceding prize and actually don't get into the relegation spot. Why you're wondering from 11th down to 14th is highlighted? Well, that's because they're in the relegation spot. After the 3 days of the final, there is a second chance. Last opportunities for these teams that will be fighting out for another chance. Now, they are going to be fighting for the champions of 2A and 2B, not the champion spot. They'll automatically find themselves in the lobby. But they will be fighting some very hungry players to try and get themselves into Division 1. Everyone has to grind their way up to the top spot. Unfortunately, though, for 15th and 16th, they're highlighted in red. They will automatically get relegated down towards a 2A or 2B situation. So, not great. You can fight your way out. An Unknown Mix, well, they were one of these ones that did fight themselves out. I've all got a bit of a spectator's blip. Absolutely love it. More teams now backing down. Symphonize well. And it's Todd. Another spectator flip. Look at that. Draw. I'm not sure it fixed in a second. Good old spectator's blip. Gotta love it. Can't do anything about it. What I can do, hopefully congratulate a few of you that might find yourself with some G coin. Obviously, they'll ask you guys to raise a ticket in the Discord. Raise a ticket. Obviously, let them know. I'd suggest take a print screen, but they will have the names after anyway, and they'll be giving out the codes. Each code is 1,000 G coins. Obviously, if you won more than 1,000 G coins, then you get more than one code. Then yeah, just best of luck and ensure you get it in your account and get spending on those skins. Get those dance moves down. That's what I'm saying. CC will be joining us. He was hoping for a 10-minute gap, but it's not going to happen because the game finished super quick. So he will be in. He's on his way back anyway. So do not stress. He is not shifting at all. Got one. Great shot. Going for the second. Oh, he gets a second as well. The ump is insane. And the reinforcements come. Unknown Mix is spicing things up, mate. And that was Wild West style. Wow. Should have got in together. Should have got in together. Let me actually, to be fair, if you guys can give me just 1 second, I am going to let CC know what call he needs to join. Bless him. I'm sure he does know, but it's just in case. Just in case. Close that. Send that to CC. Ready for him. So, this is our final Miramar, though, for day number 2. Then we've only got 2 more remaining for the Grand Finals Division 1. Unfortunately, my final 2 days for the guys as well. Justin's here. Oi. Don't forget, get yourself in. It's a huge G-Coin giveaway. 30k today. 50k tomorrow. Get in my basket. Get in my basket. And again, all thanks towards PUBG EU and, more importantly, all the guys and girls over at DEL. All the hard work that goes behind the scenes. They're on the move here. Orange Gaming on the move. They're scouting away. Peak is beeping his way to a victory. He's trying to catch up with the plane. Touching distance, that one. Zone. Have a quick look back at it. It's sitting at the top. There's a lot of unplayable, let's be honest, on that sort of west-hand side. I say a lot. There's a skimming of unplayable. So that's going to factor. That is going to factor later. Don't forget as well, if you are entering the giveaway, you can get involved in the giveaway when it comes down to YouTube as well. If you're on Twitch and vice versa. If you're on YouTube, get yourself over on Twitch quickly and get yourself. All you have to do is type ! Giveaway, and that will get your name in the draw. Just need to follow up on the breaks, double check that has been, your name has been called out. And obviously, best luck to everyone that has entered. You only need to enter once. Your name is in the hat. Back to the action. And it is quick action here with this section. And, well, T-Bone, he's stuck up. He's not there for me. Oh, he is. He's just moved now. Where is he? Is that Blip? Definitely spectating Blip. So I'll apologise now. When this happens en masse, it normally means that I might get booted. We'll go with it. And if it does get booted, I'll throw it towards the break screen. There won't be no extra G-coins on that break screen, let's be honest. Right? It might be you guys just trying to get back in for those G-coins. Get them out to the break screen, lads. Get the G-coins up. No. During the game breaks, they're going to hit those G-coins up. I'll get back in and towards that. The Ducks taking a few shots, didn't quite get enough on. STFU, well, they went aggressive game number 1. Looks like they're going aggressive game number 2 now. There's only one that got out of the car. I don't know if they know that. Looking to roll. So here, got to use the building as cover. Great use of the building. Now I'm going to get over the other side of the road. Doing right and right. Getting the dip. You know, you've got the high ground cover. Hey, you staying alive, doing well. There's loads of people up in the centre here. Loads of E pickups as well. SWS, well, got the victory game number 1. You get it from the high ground, so I might be looking for some additional height again this game. Green's a bit further up. Unwanted on the other side. What is this going on at the moment? Is this like everyone just take the high ground, guys, and just focus in on Crater? Oh, Patsat. Return back to your safety without a lid now. That's dangerous. Unwanted. Might want to at least try and get a couple of boots in the ground. May even go north just to pick up some gear. A lot of teams just north of El Pozo, everyone expecting it maybe to go back there, getting ready to sort of divulge themselves in. Just on the command center, it's just mainstream and map today, guys. I'm just getting all the commands sorted for the giveaways in the next 2 days. G rotating in. Just for our teams. This is like line. I think everyone's going around El Pozo game. Pozo's, it's going to be too hot. Like, everyone's looking ahead. Everyone's thinking it's going to be safer at the top here, but it really isn't. And of horses can hear the cars. Rotate on by. While it's all here, you kind of count the cars maybe. Other horses want to take some shots at the last car. Might be the case. If I go for it. Pushing game now a little bit higher up. 50 are here. I'm going to have the cars rotating around. So let's draw the attention of formation game back. We are looking for exactly where they went. In the God compound. Unfortunately, we have a height advantage. I'm looking down here. Very difficult, but it's kind of a height advantage on the other side. I'd expect maybe for BFG to get away with it. Formation Gaming should be shooting Unwanted. Unwanted should be shooting Formation Gaming. And at the moment, well, they're shooting other horses. And Harry, who moves on down. Most of them are here. They are in. I think there's a few different plays. Quite hard as well for me to run the commands and stuff because I'm technically 15 minutes in the future from you guys. No, not back in no way. Oh, this on that mixer sympathize again, find themselves yet again. I can see CC. Oof. him know where I am. He just forgot he needs to jump in VC. Oh, he's been calling me. Okay. Yo, CC, welcome in.
What's happening, mate? How we feeling today?
It's good. Well, your day's in. I'm good. I know you rushed home for this, mate, so I appreciate you jumping in, mate. It's a really good game number 1. SWS, really aggressive. They actually took the high grounds and they held it quite well. But it was an early finish. That's hence why we started early again today. I know Mix were quite impressive. They're still looking good at the moment. But with game number 2 now, the zone is shifting north and north. I think a lot of teams thought it was going to be El Pozo, mate, but not this time. It plays towards the north. It teases us maybe with an old school crater build ending, which I wouldn't deny, mate.
Hey, a little bit of action happening right now, though, man. This lobby never disappoints on the action here, and Don Quixote Dauphin as well. I seen yesterday in those games with Gibson, that end game on Miramar when he's at the top of the tower, man, I had so much hope for him, you know, trying to do some plays from up there. I know you guys were talking him up too, but it has just been an action-packed tournament from left to right here with these teams. And like I said, it's just been a great watch, a great entertainment, I'm sure, for them. And as we enter the day 2, you know, these finals just continue to give these players more time to impress.
Just time to impress. Sandstorm not helping out behind enemy wives. They do lose a player on that rotation. Duff is completely hunkered down. He's right underneath Formulation Gaming here. Maybe the Sandstorm will help him get out, unlike it didn't help his other team. Slava go for a wider wrap. Super stack team. Greg's sort of holding, or Gregory's holding that last car position, that danger position. Then sort of Camlex, they're also following that rotation. If they're going all the way they are. So if Slava hold here, he might be able to pick up a few cars rolling in behind him.
STFU on the meantime getting a free rotation in. Gambling Addicts taking the back road here, trying to find themselves win. It's all about this rotation path coming in phase 2. One of the most important rotation patterns of all right here, trying to find some sort of refuge, trying to make sure you can find the right route to take and not drive past the right team who's set up for, you know, that camp right now. And for the time being here, Gambling Addicts may come up here on Slava Ukraine if they don't catch these vehicles in the backfield here. In the meantime, there is Don Quixote Dauphin again, stepping up huge for the squad, and that's at Formulation Gaming, who's been chasing FUT through and through the entire competition. Down and out is the first team here.
It is the first team. Lucky enough for them, they have spotted Gambling Addicts coming behind, but that's the first team. A bit slower, and they don't even like the cars. Oh, go for that one. Oh, he's giving away his position. Take a few shots. He gambled, he wiggled, he jiggled. He got into safety at least. Now he's going to say, just get me out of here. There's a team holding out. I think you get a lot of that, though, with these style of zones. Teams will try and hold the outside edge. I think a lot of people thought I was going towards that El Pozo style.
Yeah, and again, like I said, that Pozo, definitely a more common finish for this type of zone right here. So definitely not a bad call for majority of teams to think that. It's just now here we are on the backfield. Plan B turned into a plan C here as the zone continues to pull away from these teams, making their job that much more challenging step by step. But again, you know, this is what makes the game exciting. This is what makes the win. Get your heart pumping and keep the game that exciting here. So we're watching the team, you know, the real gangsters, Snuskadusky, one of my favorite names to say here on cast, making their way into the next one as we get over to one of our favorite duos here, Mark, of the tourney is Michael and Vipress.
Yep, looking good. They were due a second ago. Get caught. Marines, they done pretty well last game as well, but they are now trying to run across the Unwanted. Well, Unwanted was a Need for Speed game back in the day, so I will put my drive in, but they also did gamble into Craterfield. So looking old school here. Clanham might be looking old school as well. Got to take a few shots. Got to puff out their feathers and make sure no one starts. But there's only one set of shots coming out here. I don't think Clanham will be too fooled. They might look back this way. They really need to start laying down the law and ensure they make enough noise to stop cars crashing in on them.
It is one of those times where, again, you just have to make the right amount of noise here. You don't want to make it too much. You don't want to be too showing. But at the same time, if you don't pop out and you don't put those shots in, that's too much of a closed door pull up there and you have no information. Speaking of no information, here is Slava Ukraine pulling up onto her road. He's going to find one, looks to peek back to find the second, but already on the back pedal coming two more members of SU. Hyper able to put some help in with Elf and myself to get that knock and flush to maybe get the recovery here. Nope, already thirsted out from above here. Unwanted getting involved in the fight, but also on the backfield, AAU is going to enter the fight, takes that team down, and from third to fourth party here, we've just seen team back-to-back fights here. now down to 14 teams, 49 players.
Absolutely insane. What a backfield. Navy SEAL time. Rolled it in by. Well, Duffy's still alive. Didn't want to count him out just yet. He took out formation game with the team eager to try and catch those points. 30 Sports. Our score was a 4 at the moment. We're working strong before that, but the zone is tiring down. It does feel old school PUBG. It does feel OG at the moment. Crater Fields are in sight. Mad Marines, they were the first to take it. Everyone else is holding the high ground around.
Hold it down, bunker it down, find somewhere to call your home right now as we're getting into the nitty gritty of the fights right now. If you don't make your statement here, you're going to be caught in the backfield chasing this zone and coming down those hills, coming down into the crater field or out of the crater field, depending on what the zone plays, is definitely where you don't want to find yourself, Mark. But time and time again, we see teams, struggling to find their way in and out because of the difficulty of this zone. And speaking of difficulties here, Waste is going to have to keep their heads and their eyes above. Nades from the top, rain in, looking to find the knock. No damage from those few, just a little bit of bounces.
Quite difficult, actually, that nade for them to get. They've got to take into effect that rock. The bounce will always push away from them, so difficult. Let's swing across towards the east. I think last time I covered a zone like this, we didn't have the E pickup, so it really changed it for me. The elevation that these teams are getting on this start of zone is huge, and there's a lot of elevation over here, CC, that these teams can conquer.
And it's all about conquer and divide right now, Boston. They need to divide into the next phase. We see phase 4 pushing majority of the teams yet again out, continuing to make the chase there. That much more of the play here. Still with these 14 teams, we've started to get a slower pace. And Mark, I don't know what's going on here. Speaking of some good shots coming out from Cali here, but I don't know what's going on with the aggression today. As we still have 48 players in phase 4.
Don't worry, mate.
Is everybody feeling okay today?
Don't worry, you missed it. Game number 1. It's taking a breather, mate. Game 1 was so quick, mate. I couldn't even get you in for game 2, mate. You said 10 minutes. I was like, mate, we got 30 minutes, CC. I see you halfway through game number 1, fella. Next thing, it just exploded with action. And this unfortunately comes part and parcel with this region.
Yep. That is just what we get, man. Like I said, gas is always on right here. Speaking of the gas, more nades to fuel the fire here. Is Snuskadusky able to get behind some cover to avoid the knock right here? We already have one player down here. Rotations coming in hot for multiple teams in other cases here. And there's Clan trying to make their move, driving past a few teams. They've already got Clan. They've got the Mad Marines ahead, and they're going to make their entrance.
Yeah, they're time it right. They did sneaky past this one. There goes a great nade. There's 1 and 2. You don't need him, mate, when you've got Glamour and Trico on the team, because they'll be able to put the shots down. Here comes more of a push. You asked for it, CC. When it comes on rolling in, and Tickleton takes a nade to the face.
Got him down and out right now, holding the shack to his best advantage here. Vendetta keeping it personal right now, looking for Snuskadusky as he rotates past. Will not be able to find the knock, but pulling closer and closer to BitFix Gaming here. They're just over the top. They hear the vehicle. They know there's a player there, but nope, they're going to wait to respond, giving Snuskadusky a chance to survive.
Oh, it's a bit of a chance to survive. It's a steal. No nades coming out at the moment. Gambling Alex, the first kill for them as they are trying to defend thick and fast. Shall we from Waste? Well, does get the first knock, and you two will come rolling in. But that might be before the car goes flying down. Doesn't quite get enough horses to time, but the nades come rolling in. Down to 1 HP. Needs another bit of util. But Waste might not have it in the back pocket just at the moment, and they can't overcommit. Outside edge of zone, they go any further forward. Well, AAU, they're going to be loving that one as they will get exposed back of Wastes.
Also keeping eyes on to Slava Ukraine there in the distance. They've got an opportunity to get involved in the third party as well. They have angles, they have information, and right now, behind enemy wives, using the smoke to their advantage, gets the chance to reset as STFU finds some knocks in the distance. AAU comes down right into the smoke. Can this be a perfectly timed parachute as third party shots come in? Brule has an idea. He's going for the push. He's got the drop. Spots out his opponents. Goes for one, but is shut down by I Love Horses. A nice attempt, but unfortunately denied some points right there. Good response from DEW.
Great, mate. Great, now that's the behind enemy wives have gone. They're only behind enemy wives, so that's offside on the other side, and arguably it's in the better side of the zone because everyone else is fighting here. Race is trying to claim what they can. That's not a bad Molly, but is going to go down short. Zone does tighten itself back. Unknown Mix blessed again as they will now hold, but Rufus Esports, well, they get a little bit of it love. They get a bit of peace and quiet, but they don't get the zone. Try and get as many kills as you can now because you've got to get shifting in.
You can shift it in. That zone is pulling itself further and further away from every team. Like I said, I just feel like every time I said that, we're just chasing. It is a chase zone right now. This is pulling teams on. 13 teams still fighting hard to make sure they can get into the placement points, to make sure that, again, we have an entertaining midday here before we get into that final day here. RES trying to hunker down in the bunker right now and see if they can keep the vehicle left, see if they can get themselves across here, but it's going to be a gamble.
Be a big gamble. They're going to pop the smokes at the moment, though, because they need to build a bit of momentum in this car, guys. So they're going to try and wait for them to bloom. It's going to give them enough time. That slow start, the uphill battle is not going to help them, right? They're going to do everything they can just to divert some of these shots from STFU, but the car is in rags. A few shots, though, and it will pop. They're just going to try and throw the dice and see how far they can get up the hill.
There it is.
Get pretty far. Got to get out now and get down. They've got a little bit of cover, and that car comes rolling back, and oh my days, nearly taking him out, but it's the shots from STFU which will conquer.
Ooh, STFU, SU gets credit for all them points. Slava Ukraine doing the dirt right there, putting the hurt on the roughest esports. They're eliminated down to 10 teams. We lost 4 in a matter of seconds. There's the rotation started to come through. So did the team eliminations. Another vehicle ready to hit the graveyard there, along with Sniken. SWS is eliminated there. Now down to the placement points. 8 teams remaining. And hey, knock, knock. I opened up the door for the chaos here. Here it comes as SU continue the momentum with that grenade knock onto Trev.
There's a huge grenade knock as well. Looks like Greg, he's here. Med back on, Hype goes down. Greg's gonna make the push forward. He gets one. Gonna go for that confirm where he can, though. Final player, G8, a little bit further afield. Greg, eager to try and look forward. Is he going for the race? He's going for the heroes race. No, he's been told, put me down. Take the fight, Greg. Gotta get yourself in and gonna play this one out. Slav Ukraine, though, losing 1. Greg doing the right thing. Get in the car, get moving. Keep that safe. You might need it if the zone shifts further away.
It's all about making the attempt sometimes to let your brothers know, hey, we still got your back here. All that matters is the attempt was made. Now they're trying to find their way at the edge of the zone against some teams. STFU, who we just helped watch pick apart a few other teams here. They've only got 1 kill on the board here, but they've definitely kept their eyes in the sky. They've definitely kept information on where all these teams are at as to why you can see there's still 4 players left alive here. And they're holding it down. Now finding the 2nd kill right there. They're putting SU in a very vulnerable position here, looking for the final player. There it is. The knock comes in from the side. SU goes down. Alpha myself will go down to the zone, and that is now STFU eliminating yet again a next team. Now down to 6 teams remaining, Mark, with 20 left alive from phase 4 to phase 6.
It's difficult. The Mad Marines unfortunately don't quite get what they want as the zone shifts just outside their field. Gotta get moving as well. I'd expect the cars maybe to be spent. I've got 1 in the garage. But again, it's going to come down to smoke. Get the smoke out. Got to make the push. Can you get any further than Clannon? Potentially not. There is a fight here to get any more points on the board. There's the first knock from Intent. On Intent from Foot Esports. That came from the Marines. But again, it's about focusing their attention on towards Clannon here. Because place number 6, you see, that really tickles.
Yeah, it's going to start to put the hurt on here. And we have already had a very forceful game as far as the zone, making teams move forward here. This next zone going to be just as much difficult for these teams to make that move forward here. Is FUT trying to get the res to get themselves back to full 4 here and then make the push. 8C already has bought their way an entry into that next zone there, so it should be an easy move. It's more up to the Mad Marines here on the backside of Clan. We'll eventually have to make the play here to decide whether or not they will or will not be able to commit here. But inside the vehicle, there goes FUT. They're going to rotate off. Res is good. Regroup with the 4. They've got a fight of their own to handle over here as BFG eliminated in 6th right there. STFU, and credit for another team elimination. It's all on FUT holding their side, and Clan holding angle on theirs as well. And there goes Otto's wheels right there. He's having a hard time getting past because he can't turn that left wheel, so he just keeps running right into the picnic table, able to make it out barely. He's got himself some sort of momentum. Full sending it. Can he make it to AT&T here?
We've got a P90 in hand. You might hope he will, but no. Oh, damage is too bad. To the fight back on the other side. Mad Marine smoke wall comes into effect. Well, there's 1. Well, Justice is down to a 1 himself as the util came in from Clannon. Didn't quite get the connection that was needed, but the rest of the boys are down and out. So Clannon able to get the defense. Nice smoke wall from the guys, but the Marines, well, down to a solo ranger. Might need to go Rambo in this one. Move on out. He's in zone. Maybe another placement point. Maybe an opportunity for a top 4 at the moment because we've got Unknown Mix and Foot Esports right on top of each other.
Somehow, some way, Unwanted Esports is holding it down, but in comes the secret of T. T-Bone comes from the side, finds one, looking to find the second, gets that knock as well. Masking, spotting him out, goes for the second peek, but the stun is perfect. Pulls him off of that peak right now, but he's got 2 down. Getting a chance to go for that third. I believe he's pulling back right now with 80 anchoring from the side right now. He's able to buy himself time to heal. And now it's all up to the duo left here to take down the remaining duo of UM. But Skarit taking a chance to get the res. We follow the nade in. Can it connect to even the field? Back to 2. The res about to be good before that zone moves here. More stuns, more util, but the push is coming from 80. He spots out Mask. Steak and P from the side comes off the res and is able to get the knock. T goes back for another knock, gets a secondary, looking to find Skarit and P over the top, spots out Skarit, but man, the teamwork from those two was sporadic.
Insane hold from them. STFU, well, I feel like they've been in the action and been chasing kills for a while. Well, now they find themselves in the top 3 position. It's a 4 versus 4 versus 3. Both teams eager to take an angle on the high ground here. It's Unknown Mix under pressure, though, from the dangerous duo from Foot Esports, which just conquered out 4th place. Very difficult move from them. Very difficult area to go. Great use and great showing from T-Bone. What you can do as a solo. Numbers are back up from Unknown Mix, and we are back to a 4 versus 4 versus 3. And as STFU pushing further forward, they might find Clannon will get a couple of knocks on towards them.
Ooh, what a nice nade in the backfield right there. Almost finding the knock. That one does get it from Xerox right there as it follows up to get the knock on the Mask. A third coming in, maybe to get a flush. That one's going for Stee. Stee avoids it. A 4th coming in, a 5th coming in, and it is util dump time from Xerox here. Gets a secondary knock onto Steek and P. Confirms his kill as well as we still tune in with Hot and Spicy going for the final. Skarit wins the 1v1, goes for the flush. Now up to Clip. Can he get this knock? Can he get the 1v1 onto Skarit? Holding down. He can't get the res. Second knock, so he's going to bleed out quick. Shots come through. Broken vest. Skarit's got his work cut out for him, but he's not ready to give up just yet.
No, no downside. The zone's gone back the other way, so it is going to go down to that sort of 4 versus 4, but it doesn't. STFU did lose one in that battle as well, but they did hold an anchor back. This could be huge as they just tear apart, though. STFU, they're looking strong. Xerox double pack. Let's take that one underneath my belt. 8 kills, driving forward. It's now a 3-on-2. Numbers back in favor of STFU.
From 1 to 8 in the matter of an end zone, from phase 6 to phase 7, finding more kills and more with that next nade. Ben with a huge explosion, bringing us into the end game here. It's a 2v2 STFU versus Clan here as Danaman looking to find that knock, gets a peek over the top. GLS from the side, coming from it, but Ben able to deny that knock. Danaman still looking to re-peek from this angle, cannot seem to connect right there. As a 2v1 in play, easily STFU can get this res, take the number advantage here, but Danaman going to continue to fire some shots over the ridge. Not yet knocked here. The res is in play. But Ben's going to hold that angle.
Yeah, Denimon is making it work. He's got level 3 vest. But look at his ammo, CC. Arguably, you might be able to dig yourself out in a 3-on-1. But this is an area where you could have spent a lot of ammo. It's not going to be the case this time. STFU, well, they conquer this one. It's 12 kills. It's a 22-point game here for our final Miramar on day number 2.
That right there was a heck of a game. If that's how game... Again, we had a little bit of action to start it off, and then boom, all of a sudden it was there. It was like, all right, Cece, I hear you. We're getting into it. We had to warm up. We had a lot of action last match, and then boom, they fully delivered there after phase 4 into phase 6. STFU caught that momentum there towards the end and was able to ride it out for the win. That was beautiful.
I was waiting for you, CC. CC was like, wow, what's going on? They were just waiting for you. They confirmed they heard you in stream. They're like, let's go. Throw the hammer. Here's the NA champ in for the battle. Well, that's Miramar done and dusted. And it does mean, remember, we got 30,000 G coins up for grabs today. All you need to do in chat, ! giveaway. We're going to say that because that is both the same command just for Twitch, and it is also for YouTube. But on Twitch, you can type G coin as well. Once you've got your name in the hat once, doesn't matter. Done, dusted. You're in. You're in it to win it. Every time we get an opportunity. On this break, we just gave away 2,000 G coin. We thought we'd start late. 2,000 G coin. 6,000 G coins up for grabs here. We've got 2 sets of 3,000 codes to come up, though. 3,000 codes are huge, man. You can get some decent amount of crates for those ones. Make sure you're in it to win it. If you want an extra chance and you're on Twitch, we'll get onto YouTube, get your giveaway in there. If you want to jump back on towards YouTube to Twitch, you'll be in a chance to win it. See you guys, though. It's going to be next round.
One thing about me, I'm down to ride. One thing about me, I was born to shine. One thing about me, I'ma get mine. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who
Don't test me. You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah. So don't test me, nah. Don't test me. Yo, you don't impress me, so don't test me, nah. So don't test me, nah. Don't test me. Yo, they wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me, nah. You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah. So don't test me, nah. Don't test me. You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah. So don't test me, nah. Don't test me. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test. Yo. Don't test. 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 Yo. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. Nah. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. Nah. So don't test me. So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me. You don't impress me. So don't test me. Nah. So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test me. Yo. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test me. Don't test me.
All right, everybody, and welcome back for match number 3 here as we get back into the GGL Div number 1 here into the finals, day number 2. As I'm brought in by MarkPowercasts himself to come help you guys out here, just subbing in again as I joined in for you guys for a little bit in some very, very action-packed qualifiers here. Now into the finals here. These teams are still delivering, still bringing the action, making this as entertaining just as it was to be involved last time here. So great to be back and glad to be back here to have yet again another action-packed game here. So we look for 16 teams over the top of this snowy, lovely map here to cool things down here before we get spicy again. As we all know, this is just the region to kick things off here. Mark, what's your take here from McKendy here? Aside from the usual hot drop we get, maybe we get a little bit of a different spice this time around.
It is a hot drop, and we will tune in that very quickly in a second, because you got to remember the teams. We look at that leaderboard very quickly. I actually updated it correct. It's actually 2 hot dops. Gambling Alex now on the cutoff point. They're close, but also AAU closing down Waste. So there's a lot to be had. And some of these teams, like the real gangsters, they don't need to be firing off the rip here, because they're in that relegation spots that teams are eager to try and dig them out.
So now, yeah, 2 separate hot drops here, 2 hot spots to be looking out for. And again, like Mark said, there's teams that need these points here to catch themselves back up, and other teams need to more worry about that end game here. As again, points will come to you if you can position yourself right. I mean, we all know the end game here sometimes. It's definitely where you're trying to think to here, but back and forth between these 2 teams here. You know, we've seen RES come out with some high kill wins here. You know, we know it's an opportunity for them to have, and I think a lot of the times we see these teams come through with those victories. It's either A, off the hot drop here, you win the fight, you go in with confidence, or you're just very secure throughout the entire game and you control that middle compound, and kind of fights just come your way, points come your way, and you're able to kind of third party yourself into that next position. But right now, you know, it's a matter of teams getting their information. Everybody's taking the fight slowly. They know there's some worth, and they know there's some play to be getting here. So we just kind of tune in with our clan members, grabbing some loot, getting themselves started. Again, a very thought out fight here. It's not a full send. It's not just to overcommit. It's let's grab some fights. Let's grab some information.
Whoa.
Oh, as I say that, STFU.
What's happened there?
Apparently on the opposite take of that. Like I said, either it's you get those 4 kills right and you go into the next match fit confident, or
But that was
the
instant.
opposite.
That was instant. Where did they even die? That was insane. That was instant. The worst opportunity though is for this team here, Rufus Esports, who was in the opportunity, you know, going to be going to that relegation spot. Well, they're now out of it. They're instant relegation. They don't get the second chance at the moment. Need to claw their way out, and a hot drop is not looking good. Lucky enough for them, it looks like Cannon is on the evac. They are on Moosey on out. Zone's quite late though, CC. We do find ourselves down at the bottom spot. Let's bring up that leaderboard again. Let's talk leaderboard. I have updated correctly. Yeah, so Gambling Axe now drop a spot. So 191 points for them, 167. For those that might have just jumped in, you might understand why all the G coins flying around with there's 30,000 G coin across YouTube and for Twitch today to give out. Those 2 red spots there, Rufus Esports and our Mad Marines, well, they're on the cusp of automatic annihilation, going down to Division number 2 for next season. Gambling Axe, though, slipping their way down, and Rufus will be eager because they were in the blue spot. They were in that opportunity to go to the relegation, the last chance. Not at the moment. Another team which is close, though, well, that's Waste. And looking at SWS was sort of working their way close. AAU, 201 points, 213 points there. So 12-point gap. We've seen that in the kills in the last game, guys. So this whole right side, as much as, look, 1st to 8th, that whole left side, they're making money. They're in the bank, right? The top 2 on the right-hand side, they don't get anything, but they get like a kind of a pass. They go CC like, hey, yeah, we didn't quite get any money, but we're not relegating. We're not fighting for relegation. Personally, I won't want to be in that blue spot. Like, you've got to go into a lobby, teams from 2A and Division 2A and Division 2B that have got momentum, and that is the key word. They've got momentum. They've been doing well. They've got themselves in the top spots of 2A and 2B, and then you've got to fight the guys falling down. You don't want to be in that spot, right?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. It's definitely somewhere on the other side of the field here. I'd rather be making money. If not, I'd rather be in the white spots that are right above the blue, where, again, you're just kind of in that comfort zone. You know, you made it. You were able to get in. You didn't make nothing, but, hey, you're going into the next tournament in the same position, feeling the same way, and you're getting another chance to fight it out here without having to fight again before that fight concludes. You know, so it's like, no, I definitely think that you want to be going into those positions here a little bit more secure to make the money, but again, to be out of relegation, out of the blue here, is definitely where you're looking to be here. And speaking out of the blue here, Formulation Gaming looking to find SWS out of this compound here. some help and some backup maybe coming up from superiority here as we watch the 2 maybe take on the 2 of SWS here.
Well, I've seen them. You see the little heads, the little peekaboos over the top, but too far away just at the moment. Teams obviously will be moving their way in, but for now, gaming, they'll be moving their way out. Unwanted, going to conquer castle with a bit of a defense there. For esports, well, the Marines come rolling on by. T-Bone doesn't quite get the connection. I think the train didn't really help out there. Otto goes down. Intends looking to crash in. Sarex does grab to this corner. Needs to be cautious. You know, T-Bone take the shots here. He's got his camouflage on, though, for this map in the polar bear outfit himself. But can it be enough to hide away from the powerhouse that is Foot Esports at the moment? Well, we'll have to wait and see. They've already lost one. They're down to a 3-man.
AT on his wrap here, coming around the house. Now going to use the house for maybe some leverage here if he's able to get that next step. Knows there's a player just outside on the wall. Maybe he does not. Here's the vehicle coming in, tries to respond, sees that Wajaz actually pulled off to the ridge, but Cyrex able to get this knock here. Mad Marines looking great right now. They've struggled the entire tournament from time to time. You know, really need to focus on some points, but they're taking on one of the top tier teams here in this lobby here and making it look good right now. So let's see if they're able to hang tight and continue this fight. Sometimes they start off strong and are falling short, but right now the momentum's in the form of the Mad Marines here. Snow, water, land, sea. I mean, these guys are making it happen.
Making it happen now. Wait and see. But esports don't. Dangerous as a duo. Mad Marines just need to make sure they're going to stack up. They need to stack up and go. Good play from Cyrex, isolating T-Bone, taking the shots on the way in. We know that's dangerous if you just leave him out there. But as I said, he's got the tactical gear on. He's got the snowsuit on. So get an extra 10 HP in my eye. Maybe he gets some G-coin because he's got luck on his side.
Hey, you know, that's what you can get with that G-Con right there. You yourself could be swagged out like Cyrex. You could have a Vikendi fit. You could have a Miramar fit. You could camo the same way and get that 10 extra HP. It is going to be worth something here. Let's see what it's going to be worth for the Mad Marines here. STFU, who just won that early on fight, now spotted out by behind enemy lives, losing some in the back as well. A couple of different fights going on. Rotation starting to come through as phase 1 starting to push its way in with 2 on the clock. 8C finds with Jazz with a huge finish there. Able to flush that out. They're starting to stack. They're trying to find the remaining 2 players here, but Fut refusing to go down. SU realizing that there's some shots going down. They read the kill feed, and they're probably taking note that this is where the fight's going down. So their approach is here. They're looking to third party out and get themselves some much-needed points.
Well, downside to these guys here is they've not got the angles. Right? They've only got 2 little windows where they can fight out of. But on the first kill, they find the first confirmed. So they put it down to a 4 versus 2 to a 2 versus 3, and arguably, you wouldn't mind it too much, would you? You take it. You take the odds there in the favour. Foot Esports hunkered in. A few shots coming back. There's clearly a second guess now from the Mad Marines. And, oh, the second one goes down. Cyrex down, and it clearly is a 2 versus 2.
The longer this fight takes to go and the longer the fight out, that much more time to get this fight over with SU. SU's waiting for the final member to go down before the push comes through. They are taking some third-party shots here, but before they actually commit fully to the fight, they're going to wait for a team elimination, and they're going to come up to clean the rest of this out. But with Cyrex now down, Mad Marines down to an even 2 here with Fud here, how does the team respond? Are they able to recover as the res does come through onto Cyrex? And now how do they respond here? Intense finds a huge opportunity, but barely missed it, as Gambling Addicts will not miss that chance here. Notum gets the knock on the heels there. Third party will get the help, but AT and Fut come in for the cleanup there. One more down of 4 MM. They look so good on the pull-up, but now down to an even 2v2.
It's down to a 2v2, third party action, 4-party action. Well, feels like Vikendi action. Seems to be the map, and the Mad Marines, they second guessed the push. They took their foot off the gas, and as a result here, CC, they're fighting a 2 versus 2 against the top team in this lobby. Praying, hoping that maybe Slava get involved. Oh, no, you don't second jump that intense picture down quickly in Cyrex. Well, he's eating the snow. Patzer, he's going to try and hold. Great shots go through, but doesn't get the connection in time. Down to a 2-shot. 2 versus 1. He's got the G36, but he can't put it down to a 1 versus 1. Trying to get that flush out as quick as he could.
I was wondering if that fire rate was going to be enough there. He didn't get the first knock. Trying to get 80, but Inten's out the window. He's able to connect those shots perfectly. Now buys the time to get this res here onto Cyrex here. 80 not going for the res here. He actually went for the full send. He knows he's going for the res, but does not quite know where here. Takes a gamble, takes a guess up top there, but will not have the right spot. Another flash to just control and make sure that the push is going to be accurate. Goes into the room, steps in, does not see a player, so he knows now, okay, he's upstairs. The res is coming through. Does he have time to get back to intense as Mad Marines is back up to 2?
He's a smoke. He knows. You know, he's exchanged that res. He's going to try and take it. There comes the drop off. He should hear the... Oh, he actually jumped on parkour. He jumped over to the roof and he's lucky enough saw the tippy toes. Oh, that's unfortunate for Foot Esports. They played it well. They played it aggressive. I still think the Mad Marines need to take something away. Look, I'm no pro, guys. Let's be honest here, right? But you had momentum. You had that drive, but you stopped. And that there will cause you the loss of, I feel, 2 players.
Oh my lord. Are we playing Assassin's Creed or are we playing PUBG? Like Mark, I thought you invited me to cast PUBG. Like did I miss the memo? Is there another collab going on with Enzio and Ezio? And
that'd be sick, mate. That is a good shout, bro. That is a good shout.
Come on, bring it back. I need to see that with the Assassin's Creed outfit on, and that was perfect.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So let me just double check that. That's fine. Those guys just backed themselves in chat. 3,000 G coin each. GG's. Who's that? Super Kicker. 3,000 G coins. Cha-ching. Bruno. Cha-ching. 3,000 G coins, mate. Make sure you raise a ticket in Discord and get yourself over there. Well done, mate. The admins are making note. I think that's worked now. On the bot. I need to get back to the action anyway. Because Slava, well, they've got GA right underneath their tippy.
SU, remember, just did the pull up here a little bit earlier on the compound here. Now stuck in their own battle here. Is pulled up on by Gambling Addicts, who's been third-partying this entire fight. They've been keeping some information where it needs to be here. And right now, it's all... Ooh, hey, Molly, that's going to hurt. Pat that out. Get that out, Greg. Greg's good to go. He's back. But again, SU trying to fight their way in. They had some third-party action. Now fighting this one with the Gambling Addicts from third party to their own party here. These teams trying to fight for the compound here to the south here. How much value will it hold here? We'll find out here once phase 2 does make this shift here. Still 14 teams, 49 players left up.
It is. You're going to say it's quiet, and then they're going to go, no, it's not CC, and then everyone dies. But for now, 14 teams, 49 players. You are right, though. It is early, though. Formation gave me a huge split. They are clearly had a disagreement here. But esports are out, though, so Formation Gaming might be spreading out because they might be looking for the kills. We saw them close the gap down when we didn't have a full stack of Formation Gaming. They came back. Foot Esports came back yesterday. They done really well, full stack again. Looked good. They put a little bit more of a gap back on. Now they've gone out early. They have the opportunity to get some points. Formation Gaming expect them to go a little bit harder this game.
Gotta love when you can get your momentum and then keep that momentum built, and you got to be able to try to find the rhythm first, though. It has to be able to start. If you can't start the momentum, it's not just going to start itself here, but ride that wave out here. Teams like STFU, who just came off of a very good win here, come off of a fight. Again, you end the game with the chicken dinner. You start the next match with 4 kills on the board here. That's the kind of momentum we're talking about. That's the kind of, mentality you need to build up for yourself here to make that day so much easier. Speaking of mentality, it's phase 3. The shift has come through, so teams now have to make the next move to get themselves into position, to get themselves into this Vikendi to avoid from getting the setup here, as we see a lot of rotation kills happen on Vikendi, and the later the rotation, usually the more devastating it is for these teams.
It's a little bit devastating now, but they're out of zone. GA needs to figure out how they get in. Remember, they're on the cusp of going down, so they want to get hold of the bait in the cars here. Left one behind that. There is a bait and a half. He's got the chicken lid on. Waiting for Greg to maybe make the approach. But look at STFU. They're closing down that south side of the zone here. Trying to be cautious. A couple more shots now. They try and push further away. Lava remain in the compound, but I don't think their plan executed to the level they wanted.
Didn't quite get the attention they were hoping. Didn't quite get the bait and the buy that they wanted. But hey, you got to make the attempt. You got to try something, and that right there was better than just sending the full clown car up the ridge there and taking the chance there. So it's not for nothing. but unfortunately we're not able to grab that kill right now. Still low in this slow action here. It's not quite phase 4 yet, so I guess we'll continue to wait that one more phase to give these guys that little bit of a calm here before the gas just is left with the brick attached to it here, and it just does not let up. But we've got teams setting up here to the south, a couple of teams more to the north, a little bit more comfortable here as we're starting to just kind of flex up towards the south. We're starting to see who our competitors are. And again, remember, we're looking still at that bottom right-hand side of the leaderboard here, looking at that 13th, that 14th place here to kind of buy yourself away from getting pushed out and getting pushed out of Div 1 here and having to fight your way back into Div 1 for the next season here. So it comes down, again, to these late game points, to these survival, which is why, again, you see these teams starting to slow it down a little bit earlier on.
It's slowing down, but at the zone, isn't it? It's all this style. STFU, where they're going to try and hunker down and try and catch these teams coming in. Gamlax might not know about that at the moment. They're also focusing back on the attention that Lava. Oh, it's down to a 1 versus 1. Greg does go down. Did the plan work out for them where they've lost one, but they gained a point? I'm not quite sure. Let's see how it ends up, though. GA Store taking in the blue. It is phase number 3, but this time, oh, it's going to start chunking its way down, unfortunately.
As it starts to chunk its way, phase 4, no joke here. It is no phase 5, phase 6 here. But again, you know, you get definitely pushed out. You definitely have to worry. There goes the backpack. I'm going to go out there as the blue zone will start to affect Spectro here as the blue zone jammer pack does so much. But again, it's only going to buy so much time here. So Spectro at least trying to put one more on the board as RES does take care of behind enemy wise. Spectro is able to find Nottum, gets the knock, gets the flush, should be able to take those meds and find maybe a way into that next zone. Doesn't have a car, it looks like, to get in. So I think this is going to be an easy one for Spectro to get in. The survival once he crosses the threshold of that blue zone, an entirely different story.
It's not a different story, but it's going to take as much as he can. He might be able to go look for another jam pack. He does find one. That there is a big find, actually. So take it while you can. He'll be looking his way up. Zone does shift back towards that north to northwest now, and here comes the damage. GA didn't know that STFU were trying to hold out. There's a couple of shots that are coming through from them, or they go for res as well. Down to solo play now as he runs straight the way through. Dar's car is damaged, but he might have got away with just enough cover at the moment. And Rufus Esports, well, stance is the last stance they've got. The zone's about to crest over, and he's under fire. He needs to get some smoke out, but he has none.
Vendetta, I seen that right through the trees, man. That was clutch. That was real clean right there. That was real clean. I'm gonna point that out. But Xerox, hopefully you don't have another 5 util here in the bag. No util, so no dumps coming in from Xerox. We've seen huge opportunity from Xerox last time. STFU was able to capitalize towards the end. But it looks like their days are numbered in this round here. Patzer, the solo Marine, here trying to fight his fight in the blue, behind on stand, still doing the dance, holding his team alive here. I don't know for how much longer. Is going to be able to pop that first aid off? No, doesn't. Patzer beats him to it. Able to get that knock. Now needs to worry about getting his own first aid off, but has none. Is he able to find the box? Is he able to pull it off in time to get this first aid off? 15, 13, 11. Is he dead? He's alive.
He's good, mate. Oh, someone's been taking up a bear. What is going on? And where is this over here? Some of the bears are on the hunt, though. Scarrett's down, and he's been confirmed. Take the victory. Give this bear some G-coin, because he's running on out of here. Oh, no. Unknown Mix. You do not want to go down. That's why I made the emote, guys. Get that emote in chat. Let's give some Unknown Mix and bear love for that. For those that are subscribing, you know you've got the animated bear emote. Slam it in chat. Now, do you know what? While you're slamming that in chat, let us know what should we do on the next giveaway. Well, we got the option of 5,000 G-coin giveaways or 3,000. Let us know what we think. The admins are telling me, hey, Mark, you might want to give away 2 5,000 G-coins, but you guys in chat, give us a 5,000, give us a 3,000. Let us know on the next break what giveaway we should do.
Give us some love. Give us the hollers. Let us know what we can do to give you guys some love. But speaking of what SWS can do, these guys are throwing some nades at the Mad Marines, getting them out of the lobby, getting us down into the placement points here with 8 teams remaining. Now we can start to talk placement. Now we can start to keep the gas pedal going here as we still have those teams down to the south making their way in as AAU is fighting. They're doing everything they need to do, but SWS has been looking so good. And like I said, it could be an opportunity for them to pick up 3 more points moving forward here, but they have to beware of Xerox, who hasn't found his first kill yet, but is continuing to just eat some blue. 4 more first aids still in the bag here, as he's going to use this time to his advantage, maybe to spoil some plans here for AAU or SWS.
AAU, you got to remember, they want to get out of here, right? They want to get out of that relegation spot. So Here comes the fight. SWS, well, they're holding it down. You think you see the kill feed. This is at the point of the tournament, though, that we start seeing teams like this go against each other, right? The SWS, well, they're ahead of them. They're in 9th place. They want to try and hold off. AAU are in 11th place. And I think AAU, they've got everything to gain. SWS trying to close the door on these team and remind them that they're already getting through. Maybe they get themselves in towards the money bags at the moment with a chicken dinner under the belt. They're really holding them off, and AAU losing bodies.
Starting to drop, starting to even the playing field. They're out. Xerox does try to find his way in, but spotted out. The play zone takes him down. Jan goes down to the play zone, and Ibra, the last alive for AAU, does go down. It's Slow Storm survives. They're able to take this one for the W here, and now having to make their way into the next zone. I don't know how much further they'll be able to find in, as Tico's got some words for them. So does UW. The Unwanted will do majority of the damage, but Sniken again claimed to the zone right there. It's the Bears. It's the play zone here now with 3 kills here, making the map of Vikendi a very dangerous opponent.
Dangerous opponent. Don't forget as well, if you want to be in chance for a giveaway, there's additional G-Coin that are going out onto YouTube, but we're going to just randomly throw it out on YouTube. So if you haven't already, get yourself over to !YT, type !giveaway in that chat, and again, watch for your name to pop up. The advantage of YouTube, though, is you can pause it and watch it back later and then see if your name pops up. So you might get a little bit of extra love.
Just need a little bit of extra love here going into the summer. It's hot. It's sweaty. But still,
oh, Paul
need
Gibson
a little
yesterday,
bit of love.
mate. He was in rags. He hasn't got. I'm lucky. I've got AC. I've got him in my studio. He hasn't in his room. Bless him. So yeah, he was feeling the pressure of the heat yesterday.
Poor lad, yeah. I said that's bad. I said you have no type of AC. Speaking of bad, Michael on fire drops a nade right in front of Repeak. Is able to get that knock. Not yet a flush here. As looks like a response coming out. Fenton. He's going to find it, but that one bounces over the top. Michael on fire with some nicely placed grenades. Deletes FMG out in 5th right there. And that's a big explosion. That's a big impact on the final lobby. Unwanted definitely sees the opportunity, but what's even more known to note, 4v4v4v4. 4 teams with all 4 players left alive. This is one heck of a stacked endgame.
This is arguably the teams that have been quite aggressive. Unwanted have been chasing around, not quite finding. Clan, on the other hand, have been chasing around and again just not having the kills stolen from them. Weiss, they've been on the other side. They've sort of not as aggressive, I think, as some of the other teams, especially in the south coming through. Not really got the kills that they deserve. And BFG, I think, out of all 4, have been left alone. The other teams, I feel like, have been trying to get the kills, but they've just been stolen away.
Fair enough. I said the kills are not going to be given. You have to get that knock, get that flushed instantly, especially when you, like you said, these players, these teams are pretty active right now. None of them are just sitting behind the ridge waiting for the push to come. They are making the push themselves. They are looking across the map into opposite corners, trying to find every kill possible as Tice does get Adele down right there. Michael on fire confirmed, by a nade right there. A little bit of revenge served on a cold dish right there for Michael. Unfortunately for him, going to go down, and now Waste down to 3. Unwanted still with the full 4, and BFG the chance to get this res here, potentially set themselves back up to the full 4. We're losing some numbers here, but these teams are playing very smart. Still with phase 6 and 2 more phases to generally pop right here. There's a lot more still to come.
There's a lot to come. And at the moment, there's a 4 versus 4. It goes 3 and 2. Waste losing the high ground. It's pushing these teams closer towards that middle spot. BFG, on the other hand, they're in a bowl, DC, so they've got a little bit of visibility across from where they are towards planning, but they won't really see unless Unwanted push over the top of their hill. And if they do, well, they're going to cause BFG some damage. But for now, these teams, despite being close, are actually worlds apart when it comes down to Vikendi.
One of my favorite parts about Vikendi is the way that the map's kind of played out. It reminds you of Miramar, kind of the way the ridges work out. You can be, literally face-to-face with an opponent with just a little bit of the ridge difference, kind of being the dividing factor right here. So it makes kind of that 1v1, the old school, real gameplay of PUBG right there, winning that 1v1 to survive and getting into the next fight right here, which I think really the players strive and thrive for, to get those 1v1s, to get that highlight reel. You get the knock, the transfer to the flush right there. It looks so beautiful. And this is just the kind of opportunities you get it in. It's not a city finish generally on Vikendi. It's always in these nice open fields here, giving the players, again, that opportunity to showcase those long-range shots. And we know these guys have some great aim here. It's nice when we see it get put to work.
Good use. Well, he's obviously taking the deployable shield now. backing up with the cars, so expecting those cars maybe to roll. Should quieten down. I suppose the only team that's been creative at the moment is Unwanted. They're trying to find angles, trying to reposition it. It's phase number 6. We are on a top 4 position. As I said, Unwanted and BFG are close. They are neighbouring, but until one of them push over the top, you would not expect these two to fight just yet. Well, maybe now, because the zone gives it away from BFG.
It's like you got to make the choice. So, yeah, you're going to wait or you're going to go as soon as that zone pops here, and they're not going to wait. They're going to get this first chance to be the first inside the zone, which, again, debatable on your zone, debatable on your position. Do you want to be the first in or the last in right now? And sometimes you're going to see both ways work opposite directions here. Right now, I think being the last in is probably the best in, but we'll see Unwanted wait to get involved here. They're now pushing on to BFG here, who still has full 4. Clan takes some attention over onto Waste, eliminates them in the backfield, still with 2 members up. So now the fight ready to commence here with BFG, with Unwanted. And then we'll have Clan in the backfield, who is inside the zone, barely maybe to get involved, but it looks like actually having to fight on 2 fields here. Clan has to worry about BitFix Gaming as Unwanted closes on the other side. It's BitFix Gaming, the meat for the sandwich here, the bread being Clan and Unwanted here. How does it divvy up? Who takes the first bite?
Oh, I'm looking for the first bite. Well, the first bite came from Clan in there. Hammond was the one that went driving forward. It's a dangerous duo, actually. Not really spoken too much about Trico and Glamond because together have been effective. Actually, pretty much throughout most of the tournament. Clan obviously just not putting the numbers. They've kind of been in that mid-pack section for a while, but a team that I would maybe put a little bit higher up the leaderboard. They're on the money bag, so don't take anything away from that, what I'm saying, but they are looking strong at the moment. Unwanted World, they wanted to make the push towards BFG, and as a result, they lost one, so it's back to a 4 versus 3 versus 2 now as we roll on down in phase number 7.
Phase number 7 here. Do we get to see a phase 8? I like when we get the end game here. It really does press the players. We get that smoke util come out. We get some beautiful peaks here. And again, man, I'm just talking highlight reels. I'm trying to see highlight after highlight after highlight here, and get these guys, ready to get ready up. Or this is Div 1, right? We want these peaks. We want these pushes. There's Deviant is going to even the playing field here, making BFG down to 3 right now. We're going to watch, and they make the play here over the field. Does Clan allow this fight to happen? Does the push come at the same time? Or kind of some of the questions we're wondering right now. If Trick can just get this angle above and Unwanted leaves him alone, he's going to be able to find BFG in a world of hurt right here. The nade hooked up Prime, but nope, there's Unwanted there, not leaving him alone to get this fight with Clan as the nade bounces just shy. Does some damage onto the foldable shield, but the car will provide the cover.
I think both times here, kind of made the decision. I made a very clear decision. We missed the first one, then we missed that second one. But to make a push, stack up and go. Hey, let's deal with the shots on the other side. Big shot, though, comes back, though. Jeez Louise, there my kills. Back the hell up, though, Clan, and put yourself down to a 1.
And that's the difference of the 5.56 to the 7.62, in my opinion. You've seen some well-placed shots from Dunn right there, but it did not connect right there. Now waiting for Trick to connect. He's got the 5.56, but you can see he's got the Dragunov in the backpack, spotted out by Faraz. He's going to go down right there. Trick for Clan, down and out. BFG down to 2, and Unwanted with some greatly timed pushes, some greatly timed fights. Now overpowering BFG in numbers, the 3v2 ready to commence.
This is like, they're going to lay low. They're waiting for the commit over the top. The danger they got is the wide wrap and the zone now. There goes a couple of nades back and forward. Not connecting just yet. Unwanted World, they're going to reposition. They've gone for a sort of 2 centralized zone. They're going to allow this sort of wrap around from Deviant. Well, no, it's dangerous when you've got that gun in your hand. But he can't connect. The snow just hoovers everything up. Eventually, though, on the repeat, he does get it. God, he nearly. That could have been a bit embarrassing, but he's able to claim it up. But he gets put down again.
And the FAMAS losing the fight to the AUG, but the AUG undefinitely losing the fight to Unwanted. What a clean fight coming out there from Unwanted. It was almost turned the tables there from the AUG, but able to hang tight right there. Unwanted, 8 kills, 18-point victory, taking us into our next match. That right there is a way to feel some momentum and keep yourself going.
Jeez Louise. The admins are saying we should be giving away 5,000 G coins. Got 2 of them. We've got 2 of the codes to give out. Well, technically 5 sets of 1,000 G coin codes. Anyway, if you're not in it, you've got to be winning exclamation mark though G coin or exclamation mark giveaway if you're on YouTube and more importantly Twitch. Thank you very much for GGL. Thank you very much for the admin team and PUBG EU getting these codes together for the finals. We've got codes today. We've got even more codes tomorrow. Let's take a quick break as we go pick another 2 winners, and we'll see all of you though, because it's Takeover time. Here we go. Game number 4. It's Tego time, baby. Leaderboard. Well, I still flight path. Flight path actually first from the north down towards the south. Does tinker down towards that south-south-east. And obviously we've got that unplayable train there. Unwanted in STFU. They've constantly been back and forth at each other's throats the whole event so far. So they go above STFU. But the big one, well, Gambling Addicts, they were on the firing line and they went, hell no, CC. Skyrocket me as close away towards that white spot as possible because Real Gangsters and Unknown Mix, well, they fall back on down. But Rufus Esport at 170 points, they need to get themselves into those 190s to be able to get out the red zone.
I'll tell you, it's so tight for those 3 spots right there. Talking Gambling Addicts, talking the Real Gangsters, and talking the Ujit Mix. That is 3 points for the difference right there. 191 at the bottom of that list right there to 194 tied for the Gambling Addicts and the Real Gangsters. That is some scary thoughts going into the end of the day. They need to put some distance, give them some comfort on the final day. Otherwise, you're going to be going into day number 3, chasing this same fight, chasing your tail around in a circle, trying to get yourself back to the starting line and get yourself into the mix here. It's possible, and some people like, that kind of pressure, right, to get themselves and get their team momentum, but other teams want to go in with a little bit more comfort. So right now, I think is the time to decide with this match and 2 more to follow. Do you want to be on the backfield? Do you want to be playing catch-up tomorrow, or do you want to put yourselves far ahead like AAU is starting to do and catch up closer and closer to Waste there?
There's that catch, and it is possible, right? We've had a long league. This one has some high points. Look, don't write yourself out just yet. You want to get yourself in a chance to stay in Division 1. That's when the money's going to be. You're going to be getting back ready for season number 2. For other teams like Formulation Gaming, Football, Foot are leading the charge. I had a week where they were 50% down when it came to players, and Formulation Gaming did try to conquer that. But now they're back, firing all cylinders. They are rolling up. Zone mid-line path does go over towards his west-hand side, but yet again we get that split when it comes down towards the river, and we know it likes to pull back that way. But which way will it go this time? So many teams are over on the east. The west, give or take, is clear.
Huge opportunity for UM at the bottom of that pack right now for kills, for points, just for placement alone right now. Right where they're at, if they can just hang tight and keep people out of position, they can easily close that gap. They can catch up. They can take this game and make it one of the most impactful games probably of this tournament for them. Being that we're getting towards the end here, these games are going to start to count every little bit for something right now. So use this 2-2 split, try to hold tight, gain control of this end game, and make the best of it right there. Maybe Fishing Camp, take, inside 2-2 on the hill right there, just off the Fishing Camp and make the play. But you're going to have to be very cautious as, again, there's a lot of prime retail for Tego inside that positioning there, given that does it go north, does it go south? This is a 50-50 split, pretty even right here. So it's really going to come down to how PUBG feels within the next few minutes or so.
How does PUBG feel? Well, I don't think a lot of people know the answer to that question there, CC. But I love it. Absolutely love it. I even see you snuck yourself a little cheeky entry into the D-coins. You want to be in it to win it as well.
I'll give it away.
Well, you do what you want to do with them, mate. You would have 5 set of 1,000 D-coins, so maybe you bag a few, maybe you give a few away. But they're yours. If you win.
Maybe I'll get a helmet on PC finally. Console, you know me, I'm set, I'm stacked. I'm still trying to get some cool helmets bought on the PC, because when I get in, it's still that plain old helmet. Speaking of playing, Danaman hoping that he can be as plain as possible here, avoiding all shots right now. Somehow, with all 4 tires, maybe 3, I don't know, but avoids any type of real damage. Nope, yep, 3 tires there. Is going to make his way through the battlefield. I'm away from AAU.
He needs a helmet. He's got level 1 helmet, mate. He's pretty rags as well. So maybe he should be in it to win it. He's going to take some more shots, though. And Sneaking Pete going to take a few shots. And with free will, it's quite hard to turn sometimes. He loses another one, but he's got one at the front left and one at the back right. That should keep him driving on forward.
Again, another always entertaining name to say here, Sneaking P. Just humoring us with the name consistently inside the lobby here. Always comes in. When you're in the action, you got to say that, Mark. It's just like, for me, I don't want to say a tongue twister, but it always gets me going in my head every time. Like when I say it, I'm chuckling internally every time that I've read that name out loud.
Great name.
Love it.
I don't know how we got away with getting there, but they hunkered down. We know Fishing Camp is a bit of a meta when it comes down to how the zone likes to play out a little bit. we've had it around to that fishing camp area for quite some time, so maybe why we see Unknown Mix playing back down here, the drop zone, Clanham obviously taking the big extension to their location. I'll have to wait and see. This is a game where you can catch a lot of free kills on rotations. Doffy wants to be one of those not in the free kill line, as he will take the sandy road far away from STFU as quickly as he can.
In this way, STFU, we've seen them hit some big shots. We've also seen Don Quixote Dauphin do the same, but will safely make his way through STFU here around Tago here and then regroup with the squad right there. So look to be a little bit grim for a second, but is able to come out with the sun shining on the other side right now, hoping for the best here for the team. This team is a team that when they're all full 4 in the end game here is absolutely great to watch, but does take some unfortunate losses, as we were saying, on that rotation. Sometimes very difficult from their drop spots where the zone can be here, making that much more difficult. But 64 players with easy rotation on Tago. We usually see a lot of third-party action on this map here, but somehow we're still at 64. As I say that, there goes a knock in the kill feed, maybe the first confirm here. But Tago's slowing it down here as teams are starting to find themselves into the zone right here. And somehow, some way, they're doing it pretty comfortably.
Long shot as well. Very long shot. Might be able to get the confirm. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
That car needs to get their fix they can, but the car's not gonna help. It's gone. More importantly, the Marines, well, they execute a drop spot plan. They take to the water. They're gonna take their way in towards fishing camp. They would have heard the shots coming in from Formation Gaming. They stay on the top. Gamlex stay on the top as well. Rufus, well, they come in between the team Waste. Bit of a 2-2 split. I do fear if it comes down to the south or it plays to the north, I think, and it does aggressive here, CC, the bridges are going to be really crucial. And we're going to see a big impact for some of these teams that actually fall a bit short to the side of the zone they might end up on.
All comes down to how you're going to play it out here, get the play style here, watch how you're making the rotations into that next zone. Here is SU in a very difficult position. 8C waiting patiently for the shot. Does tag him once, but missing the headshot barely. They're going to allow SU to pull up. 8C in a bad position, but barely avoids that grenade right there. Nicely timed by 8C to get out of there, as he will avoid getting knocked right there. Should be able to regroup with Butt. And now Unwanted looking in onto the fight as well. Inten's in a bad spot here. One shot could do it, and Deviant lines it up there. Gets the knock. T-Bone able to respond and at least get the revenge served up quickly right there. So T gets down Deviant, but there's still more unwanted players in the mix as nades start to rain in from the side right here. 8C stops the vehicle, and it's now a 2v2 here on the hillside.
This hillside's critical, I feel like, especially if the zone plays back this way. That's why Unwanted came up here, but they were lucky enough to pick up a kill on the other side. It gave T-Bone the information. That might be why we saw 8C disengage from that fight as well. Lucky enough for him. As a result, he got himself away from a nade that was much like his tippy toes. To tie it up, it's crucial to try and hold that one. But 1 minute 36 on the clock before we see the next zone shift. The Slava will push Otto away, and he skims away. And Footy Sports will tighten themselves back up.
Nicely timed here. Still, UM has regrouped there in the full 4. They've given fishing camp to the Marines here, who are at their comfort zone right here. So we should see a very good game come out from the Mad Marines here. Clan, again, somehow was able to make their entry there. So a very congested center of that zone right there. Crossing the way is FMG, going to hold that bridge themselves. So we're going to see a lot of teams start to stack up here on the south. If not, they're going to take very eastern and western rotations to take those far more, out of play bridges here that are really going to give teams an opportunity to safely rotate in. As you can see, those are free. Maybe not as I looked at the far west bridge. Waste has got the setup there. Foot's going to have to be very, very careful how they take the approach here, because Waste is ready to set up, ready to get these kills as Foot starts to cross here. So maybe they'll stop to scout here, but it's going to come down to keeping your eyes wide in the sky here.
It is. There's going to be eyes in the sky. Unfortunately, there goes our 2 5,000 G coin winners. Oi, oi, Savaloy. GG's, guys. What's up next? Let's do 3,000. Sod it. 3,000 G coins will be up during the next break. Or is it 3 winners? No, it's 2 winners. 2 winners. Well, the admin's like, 3 winners? Mate, you're not getting excited about these giveaways. Jeez. Pipe down. Let me hit the button going. Let's go.
Got another one. 2 5K back-to-back giveaways there. Gotta love it.
Oh, wow. Shift and a half. 5 grand comes out the door. 10 grand in total in a zone. Shifts on by. Northeast it goes, pulling back that sort of terminal area. And STFU are like, we thought we were going to have to rotate, but not anymore. We are good people.
Golden from STFU right there. So they're going to get themselves the only team on the eastern side there. All the teams to the north will have to start to join the Palace and hope that the zone will cross itself back right here. But from a 50-50 still to a 50-50, and we're not talking in the middle. We brought this over to the East Coast, and we're still keeping that 50-50 split right here. I don't understand how difficult. That was probably the worst zone shift possible for this zone to make, and it's going to make that water still directly in the middle. We see a lot of the times in this type of zone, phase 4, the middle of that water is still in, and then it's going to make the decision to go into phase 5, north or south right now. is going to forfeit, trying to regroup, pulling up at the same time as Clan. You take that side, we'll take this side, and some noisy neighbors now going to join the fight here.
Oh, I think someone got the wrong cue of which side of the road we're taking. Skarit, well, he's there. Skarit is cast straight into the arms of Clan. They were an aggressive team the last game. Didn't quite back the kills, I felt, compared to that push that they did. Let's see what they can do. They need to clear this one. They don't want to be staying tight here, and he needs to be careful because he knows that SWS at a moment in time, they're going to take some shots, and oh my god, they do pick him up. It wasn't going to be long, and it was the real gangsters actually that got the final knock. Oh, SWS.
SWS is getting in on it too. Yeah, there's just so much attention on that one player right there. Poor Skarit, just trying to get back to his team here. I mean, it's shot dead like a dog in the streets there, and just that's not how we want to go. Come on. This is their opportunity match. Speaking of opportunity, RES just did some damage onto the Gambling Addicts, and now they have Wace ahead of them here, who, again, RES. Oh, Tice, what a nice nade. That was perfectly timed right there. These guys are trying to get themselves out of that relegation spot, out of being pushed away from Div 1 here, and that is no way to do it there. Tice making it so hard for RES to get out of here. Now they're going to have to stop and take this fight with Wace.
Yeah, they've been good so far. It's just down to the finals. The pressure's come in. Now the pressure grenades continue to rain. Ivor, unfortunately, put his tippy toes onto one he didn't want to. Now we're going to see the push round. There's Dice goes round looking for the next confirm himself. Dave will be there. Great shot. There's someone down, but the smoke's going. Get a point at the board. Does back enough. And that's number 3 under the board here for RES.
Now onto the Fool. He was going for the res, but spotted out in the smoke just before. Ivo right there for the next res. Fervin trying to hold it down. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. And he's got all of Wace in the clip right there. From one to the next, does not stop, does not let go of the trigger here. And Spurvin, an absolute legend for RES, getting the top team competitively above them right now and opening the door for RES to catch up to those teams in relegation.
You know how he done it? Do you want to know the secret sauce?
Give it to me.
The OG tracksuit he used some G-Coin to buy. That's
Yellow
what it is,
tracky.
mate. That's what it is, mate. Yellow tracky, mate. You know that gives you extra bullets in the clip. Well, hopefully it's the winner so far this evening, but using those G-Coins to back themselves. A little cheeky PUBG yellow jack. Good play from them. RES needed it when it mattered, and it mattered the most then. But oh, that zone shifted hard and fast, and whoa! RES, hey, take another stab at this one because the zone left you thick and fast down towards the southeast. Still hold on to the water, but it is committing now to the south.
RES, if you get anywhere close into the top 4, I'm throwing another $25 gift to you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we'll get some more G-Coins in. For those that have won some G-Coin already, don't forget you need to claim the code. It's not me. This is all down to GGL and the amazing work that team's been doing and this league that they've put on. So make sure you're in their Discord, get in their Discord, and then obviously make sure you raise a ticket. Go to their ticket, raise a ticket, and say, hey, it was me. I won a ticket. My name's this. And they've been taking the log of all the names. So only you cheeky guys thinking, no, it was me that won the 5,000. No, they've got the names already. So make sure you raise the ticket in Discord with your name. And then obviously make sure you provide proof of that name. And then as a result, you bag yourself the codes. And obviously the codes for the 5,000, for example, there are 5 individual 1,000 G-Coin codes. That is up for grabs. If you're unsure, send me a DM and I'll make sure you got the right links, etc. to get in.
5 times 1,000 G-Coin to stack up for the 5K here. That's a big W here. Love to see it going out here from, again, grinding the channel here to these players grinding it out here. We have had a tournament that, like Mark said, this GGL is on game number 46, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, mate.
and it is still thriving here with one more day to go in. So again, the G coin well worth it. As starts to lose a few more players here, that opportunity continuing to slip away to close the door and catch up to those players. And Clan just continuing to capitalize on those kills. So we'll have to see how that does fare out towards the end. Unwanted on a deep rotation, and the backwards send from RES.
Oh, I missed it.
The 1-2. Oh, not a little bit.
Maybe he's got it.
Ooh,
No, that's
that
close.
Was it. That was solid.
That was close. That's how you do it. You've got to bounce off. But unfortunately, these boys have not got the momentum now, so they are going to have to get the knock. But at least while they're here, they can provide some cover and fire. That will allow the two. They didn't quite make the jumps to get in at least on towards the bottom side here. So it is possible, guys, to get over. You just need to time it right and get that rotation right when it comes onto the car. STFU, well, they need to back away slightly as well. But rethink for two. The two of RES, they're on the south side.
At least they've been able to make it in. The rest of RES has full sent backwards here. Thankfully, they've been able to provide enough oversight that they've been able to get in spit hot and spicy on that really off angle. Unfortunately, putting some damage here onto Aerky here and making it hard for them to rotate in. Speaking of unwanted, they just came in deep from the blue. They took the rotation around the deep side and were able to just eat some phase 3 damage here before phase 4 came through and able to make their way in. Get a little bit of a Christmas drop right there on the edge of the zone, but it looks like they're going to have to avoid that with the Mad Marines being so close to the water here. They basically shut down the opportunity for UW to grab any of those care packs. So Mad Marines maybe to get a chance to grab some Christmas presents of their own and get themselves into phase 5.
Here goes that water shift now. See it go further away. So a lot of these teams need to get moving. Clannon under a bit of pressure. Here, Clannon there as well. They're trying to deal unknown mix. Well, they store remain. The real gangsters, they've not had to really leave that hillside. They've actually claimed a few knocks, a few kills. So don't write them off just yet. They've not pushed in. They're just trying to see what else they can get here as Clannon lose one. Clamond should be rezzed. It's the next bit. It's the next section they need to now move into. This is going to be the gamble now. The real gangsters need to make a decision. How long do they hold versus how long do they pitch up on this next hill that's in front of them?
It's all, like I said, timing. Here comes the real gangsters going to make that first approach in here. Chickleton spotted out by Adele as Adele trying to find the knock. The remaining 3 at the back still trying to get the knock onto Adele. The knock would have been huge right there. A big 81-point headshot right there. Almost gets the knock that they need right there. Mask still alive for unwanted. And he's going to go down, actually, as we poop into Betty Boops right there. Haven't got to say Betty Boops the bop today. Where's the shots going in? But there goes the UJIT mix. Down and out, the opportunity away as well. G Outlast was traded out, and it looks like he's going to be left for the blue to claim right there. So Clan loses 1, and there's going to be 1 point, a few maybe on the board for but not too much to gain here with the opportunity that they need to still play catch up to get themselves out of that relegation. RES, the door still wide open.
Yeah, that's a good knock originally. And aggressive on their gun. And do you know what I really noticed with this team? The speed. Alan can arrive and they're instantly pulling that trigger. Though, enough grenades just jumping over. The splash damage does the damage. This Rodrigo making that push forward, though. We know they're going to be looking good. Snooski Dooski, he's the remainder. He's going to cook the nade. He needs to get it right. There comes a nade over the top. Not too far away. BFG get involved in the third party. Snooski has to hide into the smokes. But no, BFG, where you're going to conquer one. And there is the opportunity to take a steal. Trico down. Glamon's down. Is down to 1. Clannon arrived quick, and they're quick to go down as well.
I've never seen so many split decisions change in like live action from that angle right there. You've seen him make so many decisions trying to decide what fight to take, what angle to take. There's smoke going on here. There's shots going on there. Your player just got knocked. A grenade's over your head. A grenade you're throwing, you're cooking. That right there was just absolute chaos, and unfortunately did not pay off for anybody right there. And speaking of chaos, it's not over yet. Phase 4 as the vehicle drives away here. Ready to pop into phase 5 here. BFG looking good so far. Max some kills on there and looking good control on their zone. Prebs buying their way into that next spot right there. Should be able to pay them some very good respect to the end game here. Phase 5 does pop. Got a nice zone for SWS and STFU.
Yeah, it's a good zone, actually. Lava will be happy as well, because they've got this sort of field to run down. They can kind of sneak in on pass behind enemy wives that will try and get a knock on STFU, but they're going to move forward. I think Slava might be a big impact here. Of horses, well, the stallion doesn't need too many seconds to say, hey, can I start running? Nades come through. First two not quite making the connection needed. Number 3 looks good as that comes rolling in. 4's going to take the car down, and Xerox, well, explosive ending. I love horses, mate. He gallops his way back to the stables with a victory.
GG's right there. It's nice when you get the nades right where you need to place them. It's the worst when you don't have the utils to make the push right there. But that's right there, uncontested. An easy pull up there, and next position inside the zone for BEW. Like I said, when these guys are full 4 towards the end, a very scary force to reckon with. Is SU going to have to contest with these guys? The remainder of the force pulls up in the backfield right now. We now have the fight starting to commence. We've got 3 in the back, 1 in the push. Is Elf and myself looking to find the first opportunity. He's got to watch out for Avi Mill on how he peaks right here, but Avi very disciplined in how he's playing it. As support pulling back, they were ready to move forward there, Mark, but it looks like they're going to have to send some players back in order to buy out Avi here.
It's gone aggressive now. Now looking for the second.
Elf and myself.
Stay down, like you kind of need to be a bit more aggressive now. There's a bit of a throwaway, I think, from the guys. I think they should have gone down the road first, kind of where Doffy's is. He went full send. That's going to unfortunately change the game plan here. Foot go down. Duffy's does pick up Otto, remaining player for them, as he tries to sneak his way in. And now looks like the boys from Slava trying to put some just desserts back in under the boys here from behind enemy wives. The nades will roll through and quick. One of the cars are gone. The second one's about to go. That's connected. Greg with the first. Looks like a stack up on the blue zone nade as well. I love it. Seeing more and more pro players starting to do that. Duffy's will go now. Onto the final player here is in. No need to overcommit just yet.
Right call from BEW. Had they made that as the full 4, we're down to Kyoto, you hold out SU. You send 1, you send 2, and you leave 1. You have to make the pullback, and it ruins you here. But now it is SU getting ruined from Brule. Some beautifully timed shots from AAU. Gonna knock down 2 players for SU. Confirmed on Coyote Dauphin, and give Avi Mill a chance to put some revenge onto SU. The nade a little bit overcooked, a little bit overthrown as well. Will not connect right there. And I want to say he's now out of util, so it's down to Avi Mill, the AUG, and trying to take down the 4 of SU. Excuse me, 3, as we did lose Elf and myself in the back there.
Yeah, great shots from AAU actually now. And just trying the blue zone nade, the nades weren't quite right. Ibra tries to cause some damage as well. Formation Gaming also getting involved, but and it's that tie-up now. You take the shots now, giving away. You didn't really gain anything from it. All you've given is Slava the opportunity to know if someone's close. They do get one of the reses now. No more nades. Got to take a few blind shots, but the blind mice will lead him down into the field of doom as Hyper PP will send behind enemy wives out. Formation Gaming, well, they've been using the fields, the rice fields well, but we go back towards the zone. SWS, well, they sit firm, and BFG, well, they seem to be dialed in for this map at the moment, looking strong and also in the zone.
Again, I'm going to just, it's the confusion from BEW that just throws it away. This could have been their game. This could have been their points. Yes, they'd have to fight AAU, but with the zone pushing them out, I really wish they would have just full sent all 4 members in instead of leaving Avi behind. But here we are now with 5 teams remaining into 19 teams alive here. AAU going back to regroup as they sent Ibra over to do some scouting here. SU still with the 3. Going to have to move themselves out of the little corner of the field right there. It's SWS, the top of the field here in Formulation Gaming, who again has been looking pretty good in this Tego match right now. They've struggled in the last 2 matches, but seem to have their footing right. 6 kills on the board here, controlling the northeastern part of the zone right now. They have SWS lined up, dialed in, waiting to find the perfect opportunity. Superiority has the A-dub in hand, and all he is waiting is for him to stand still for more than 20 milliseconds, and he's going to pop that trigger. Peak, it's a knock on to Greg.
It's knock on to Greg. Greg will have some cover. There's the rice field fight, so it's just straight line shooting now, isn't it? A bit creative. I'd say Slava got better cover, but AAU in striking distance again, so got to be cautious there. Very well. He knows this is a bit of a spectrum itself as he now stretches his way forward. Dangerous. He's not being in nade range. I think he's a bit too far out, but Formation Gaming, don't forget, CC, they've got footholds already in zone, so wiggle their way and jiggle their way in. That might give away their player. Greg, well, there's a quick kill confirmed, and that might be enough just to slow down Slava, but allow Formulation Gaming out. Whoa, a headshot, but not quite. Maybe it's a little chin or neck. It doesn't fall down to the AWM.
That looked like a beautiful shot in my book right there. Looked like a knock that I would have wanted to see right there. Nonetheless, it does connect, but Sniken getting a second chance at life right there. Must have some cat lives remaining somewhere there, because that looked like a knock in my book here. But still to it. We'll have to see how he's looking to get that next live. Re-peeking one more time to try to find it. A huge nade put in. There it is. That one, unfortunately, will not be able to hold. Whether it was a headshot or not, does find the knock on the Snike right there. A beautifully timed shot. He also has an MG3 in the backpack, so double crate weapon for superiority here. The nade almost finds the knock, but getting a second chance to look at it here. He's going to look to maybe get this knock. Spots out Hyper for SU. Brings us down to 4 teams.
4 teams we go. I'm pretty stacked as well. SW got 4. Formation Gaming got 4, but 2 of them are DVNO. Formation Gaming, in good position, but they're going to come under a lot of pressure. BFG, well, they got 4 and AAU with 4, so full house, really, here with the top 4. How long for? Well, nobody knows. I don't know if Formation Gaming can get this res now, as AAU, well, he's been brushing on by. There's another knock now. Here comes the push. Here comes the powerhouse. Is the teams that need the points. Formation Gaming eager to get the steals and kills on the board, but not at the moment. All the other teams are providing that level of pressure.
Keeping it fancy right now. Keeping it antsy. Trying to keep these players from doing the dance here too far. They're grouped up. You can see everybody has their respective playing field right now. As soon as you step out of that zone, you don't open it up to just one team. You open it up to the team that's also behind you here. So you got to be very careful on these peaks in the final Tego zones here. And they're not like the Miramar. They're not like the Vikendi zones. They have their own kind of wave right there. And there it is. A knock going down onto FMG here. And much less friendly than those ridges on Miramar and Vikendi here. Is, again, they're just very dangerous to peek on right there. BFG deletes AAU in the backfield right there. Adele finding Brule, and then HPFL taking care of Cali as SWS with 3. Formulation Gaming still trying to get the res here down at the bottom, but BFG, again, a full 4 in the final 4 of this match, Mark.
It is. Final 4. BFG looking good in this map. Seems like Tago's the BFG days. I do love the sound of the MG. AW in clack, and then getting the lead across. Great sound at the end. Maybe that's why BFG have opted to go back the other way. Well, they've gone towards SWS. Is a 4 versus 3. Nades come out. Bit short, bit overcooked. Does it fall short? Follow up with the blue zone nade. Well, that's going to cause some issues, but that nade's going to cause more issues. Causes the damage, and there come the shots in. SWS, well, they go down to a 2.
Down and out, losing 1 right there. That's a big opening knock there for BFG here. Trying to find Makesh, who was holding it there. If they can get this knock on a BFG, will slow some of the pressure here. FMG starting to read what's going on in the kill feed, taking their way from the back of superiority. Whips out the big guns here, looking to find Snike and spots him out. Again, the big guns come through, but cannot connect. Retries that one more time, but it's Grandy's from the side to actually get the knock on himself. HPFL gets credit for Snike right there and spotted out the res. Is going to get knocked right there. Peak down and out, down 3v2 for BFG on FMG.
Well, Formation Gaming down to the last player because he's got to reload all day into the next game. God, we had a P90, an MG, a FAMAS, an AWM, all conquering at the very, very top of the hill. But it is going to be BitFix Gaming. They're going to bag themselves a nice little chicken dinner and a good amount of kills.
I was going to say, that is a lot of crate weapons to go on there. And I could, you know, I've always been one to kind of be like, all right, crates are usually not that OP, you know, in Tego. That right there was a big factor of, I think, why players are, you know, again, now that I'm seeing that, I don't normally see that when I'm playing. Normally it's like, all right, they get 1 or 2 crate weapons. They got the arsenal. They literally had the entire backpack. Like, hold on. Let me go to the trunk really quick.
Yeah. Everyone pause. Let's get all the crates out. Let's finish with a big aggressive ending. When it was aggressive, on the end, there was, well, we just gave out some more G-Coin. Got to be in it to win it. I love you guys in chat. All you guys are saying good luck and all that stuff as well. So I love this community. Massive love for the community. GG's. Let's throw out, though, 6,000 G-Coin coming out. 2 times 3,000 will be out shortly. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, though, it's our final 2 games on day number 2, though, for GGL. And a massive shout. Big shout for GGL and PUBG EU. Show them the love in chat as well. Don't forget to claim your quotes. If you have been a lucky winner already, you need to get yourself in their Discord, raise a ticket, and say, me, I'm a winner. Just prove the proof in the pudding. For now, quick break. When we come back, though, I can't say it's the OG Arango. It's the new score Arango. See you guys in a second.
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I be over here where the bosses be. Pockets on thick, cause I eat my greens. Way too hot, 3,000 degrees. No pictures, please. Cameras flashing, I'm VIP, I'm a big deal. My life a movie, I'm the one they wanna be still. And I'm a queen, yeah. Keep it real, yeah. I keep my circle tighter than an earring piercing. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. And they all wanna come to my yard, ice me out and leave me alone. You know I be popping off, switching lanes, swiping cars. They throwing them bags at me, cause obviously I am a star. Run up a check with me, I'll make it rain, I got the funds. That's what I do for fun. I know that you want some, so stop playing games and go run and get you some. I got beauty and brains, I ain't no plain Jane. Cost a lot to maintain, but it ain't a thing. Let's be for real, I'm way too cute to be broke, had to fix it. I'm the captain of the ship, pulling my weight like I'm into fitness. All about my business, feeling myself, I get a witness. A1 treatment like a mistress, dunking on him, I don't miss. I look like a bag of money I'm on, they wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. One thing about me, I stay fly. One thing about me, I'm down to ride. One thing about me, I was born to shine. One thing about me, I'ma get mine. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long.
All right, everybody, and we're back. Match number 5 after all of the action here. Back to not the old school, but as Mark said, we are here with the new and improved Aaron Gale here to give these teams a chance to continue to improve themselves upon this day number 2. We only have 2 more matches for them to showcase and get themselves in the positions they want before we have that final day number 3. As always, we continue to look at those leaderboards on the left and right-hand side of your screen to see where we're at. Still has not climbed out of that bottom spot as GA and the RG, the real gangsters, are basically hanging tight in their 2 positions as well. So not too much of a difference there. Some points added, but still looking much similar to the last match right there. As again, teams are kind of solidified in their positions, I think, Mark. And I don't want to say it's where it's going to be right now, but again, it takes a huge match, or at least it takes a solid match to start to change the points up now.
It does. It does. And the solid matches, that's unlike mix. They just seem to have just built different on the final. So arguably so, they've got themselves out with 6 weeks. Yep. 6 weeks of action. And they were pretty much solid in the bottom 2, but they've clawed their way out, hook or by crook. Obviously, it is worth noting that the last 2 teams there could maybe claw themselves out. Even Mad Marines to a degree, like they're 160. Let's say this round up. Let's go for 200 as well. Like is it possible to get those 40 points over the course? Yeah, of course it is. Like we've still got another 2 games here. Obviously, this is one of the 2. Plus we've got obviously 6 tomorrow. So if I know Mix has a bit of a shocker, they could get themselves out.
34 points is a possibility, mate. I mean, it's 34 points. That's two nice games, right? We'll call them.
Yeah.
It's not overpowered games. That's a 8-kill chicken dinner. That's a 7-kill chicken dinner. Boom, then you're back in the conversation here.
Yeah, that's the difference. This is a longer league, right? So I know Mix were down there. They've kind of reset themselves in the final, and it's kind of like I kind of feel like they're not looking at the leaderboard. They're just playing the final aggressive, and as a result, they are clawing their way out. Gangsters unfortunately falling down. GA fell down, refusing. They're like, hell no. But this is what I like about this league. There's a lot. We call them stories as casters, right? There's lots of stories unfolding. You always hear it when we speak about like the main event. But like for me, there's a couple. There's this sort of battle between the top. Can Formulation Gaming claw back to Foot Esports? That's kind of always seems to be a telltale sign of this one. Formulation Gaming consistent getting there. They just need Foot Esports to go out a few times. So we've got that story at the top, right? There's a whole story on the left-hand side of the leaderboard. People will be changing hands to the money, and we'll talk more about the money tomorrow. And I'll start introducing you to the teams that have already been promoted, and also the teams that will be going into that relegation spot, or the relegation playoff that have been from 2A and 2B. But then it's the right-hand side. This is the interesting bit for me, CC, because Waste, Glowstorm, Clannon, I'm going to even go into that left-hand side, like more. Behind me, Wives, they're not safe. Or AAU, GA, they're in the 200 spots. Again, you're right. A good game, 2 games. Like, they can find themselves now out of this area and making sure that maybe they might not get the money, but they might be secure and not fighting for a spot for Division 1 next season.
Like I said, money's great, and everybody wants to get that next thing, but you want to be into the next bracket where you can get more money. You know what I'm saying? You'd hate to kind of, I don't want to say downgrade, but you'd hate to go backwards, right? You'd hate to, turn around and be back somewhere you've already improved yourself from here. That as a mentality, that as a, as a team, it just doesn't set good for yourself. And again, unless you have reasons. Life happens for everybody, right? And sometimes you're like, all right, this is what it is, right, boys? We're playing, we're having a good time, we're gonna do what we do. But if you're putting in and you're putting in the hard work, you definitely don't want to be a team that gets pushed down for the relegation. Speaking of push down, FMG starting to push down BEW. 2 players knocked already. Is Avi confirmed right there? Kawaii as well. 1 player left in. It's Don Quixote Dauphin as FMG starts to scavenge. 1, 2 at the stairs, the other one on the outside as he does get the knock. The follow-up is there right there. Benton falls, but FMG able to hang tight, controlling this compound.
I call it the McDonald's compound. Difficult hold, but we just mentioned that actually a team that might be short, might need good games throughout. Well, that's one of them, CC. Yes, they are in the money bags at the moment, but 258 points from a teams like Slowstorm, Waze, AAU. They're going to be reading that kill feed and going, thank you very much. That's what we needed.
They want that opportunity to get themselves into the money conversation. They, like I said again, money's great, so nobody's ever going to turn that opportunity away here. But comfort, starting to build it up right there. That is momentum. That is going to feel good here. Again, when Waste was eliminated the last match, we again were feeling that same way. Like, all right, like, okay, this is opportunity for some of those teams that are in that relegation spot that are fighting for that to catch up and close the gap right now. So it's all about paying attention to that kill feed. And seeing the team that you're chasing, when is the opportunity, and knowing when to put the gas down.
They're up in the gas down. T-Bone intense. I love these 2. They are hungry for some kills. They are chasing them down. BFG are running. Let me save my man. Let me get my man back up. We had a good game. We need to have a couple more good games, but we need the numbers. But Foot Esports are hungry to punish other teams. Good play. BFG able to get away from that one just about. The zone obviously is very much on that western side. It's a good zone. I like it. We had the ability. You know me. Everyone knows and has been here. Obviously, welcome if you're new. So apologies if you've been here before. I love Everest. I think Everest is magnetized for the zone, like the river's magnetized from Tago. I think it will play out to north to northwest. Northeast, sorry. But recently we've had a lot of good swamp areas. So there's a lot to be had from this zone. There's a lot of water. I think there's still a lot to be had. For those that don't know, let's do the final call here from YouTube. YouTube We are going to be doing one Uno Kodo out on there. So there's an extra chance if you're in it to win it. You got to get over. Exclamation mark YT, do it now. Get yourself over. I believe on the next break, I might even pull the trigger on YouTube. So pull the trigger on Twitch and we might pull the trigger on YouTube as well. And the YouTube entries, well, they're low, boys. They're low. So there is a high chance if you've got your name in the hat on YouTube, you stand a good chance to be winning those coins.
As we get into the final moments of day number 2 here, still with some matches. Get that G coin before the day is over. Again, we say that's how you get those extra bullets. That's how you get the extra little bit of armor in there, is when you're looking fly, when you're looking good, you're feeling good too. So you got to take that into consideration here as teams starting to look good on the rotations here. Again, pick up a big one for quite a few teams here coming into this rotation. We can see the second team, RES, making a huge rotation, going to drop themselves in. Gatka taken already, but the compound just above here looks to be wide open. As Unwanted has 2 players on Everest and a little bit of scouts out throughout the rest of the map here. It's all about control here in these common Erangel zones here. That's what we start to see these teams try to find the momentum and try to find themselves a way in here. So let's see where these teams end up. But rotation is the name of the game right now.
This is the not so OG map, right? So this is the well-rehearsed one, but actually becomes the most aggressive. Teams will have as much data on each other on this one as possible. We've been through 6 weeks with the second day now in the finals. We're 1 of 2 when it comes down to Erangel. We've only got 4 games left at Erangel. This is one of them, mate. So, last opportunity, really put points on. Make it work, make it count. 1 minute 49 left on the clock. As I put the request in to the admins to say, hey guys, what happens if we done 1 code giveaway on YouTube and make it count, make it big? I will give away how much that code's worth very shortly, but for now, let's go tune into a team that needs some points, and that's Rufus Esports as Iville. Oh, he's looking to launch a nade. See where he disconnected. His stance is down and out as well. They're down to a 2, but they're going to try and put some points on the board.
Looking to get this flush right now. Now realize where the pressure is coming from. It's both sides. They've got him pinned down here. Very, very nice play from SU in order to read that one out right. They've got the final member, Spurvin, here trying to do what he can to survive, but he's in the vehicle. He sees his chance. Again, he knows that RES needs every point possible, and sometimes that comes in the form of placement. So he's going to look to find a very comfortable spot, a very common spot in Erangel. Maybe look to survive another day. Spots out a shack, keeping his car in play. He's going to pull around, keeping the tires hopefully safe. Nope. Double guesses that one, as again, if he does stop, the pull potentially to come from SU, knowing how aggressive that team is, decides to reset, pulls up to a compound where he thinks is going to be safe, but BFG is lying in wait.
I think he was going to try and get that confirmed, try and get a point on the board. Good reaction, though, from Slava there. But yeah, Tico from Big Gaming is already here. He won't know, because he wouldn't have had the car coming. Well, the admins have confirmed they want to do 1 times codes in chat for YouTube. And guess what? Not as much as the last one, but it's 4,000 G coin. 4,000 G coin is going to be up for grabs, though. If you haven't already, exclamation mark YT, get yourself over to YouTube, exclamation mark giveaway there, put your name in the hat. There's not a lot of names in the hat on YouTube. YouTube, you guys. It's a community I'm trying to grow at the moment. And if you want to be in a chance to get 4,000 G coin, we'll head on over there now, and we're going to go pick it on the next break.
I was going to say, as I'm slowly looking over, FMG is closing the gap with FUT. I mean, it was 80 points when I came in. It's down to about 60 now, Mark. I mean, that's still not nothing to laugh at right now. But before we get into it here, let's get BFG taking down the final member, Spurvin. Actually, Aarki, I believe, has joined the server again. So he's back in the conversation here. He's able to reconnect in time, but Spurv is caught out a little bit too soon. So he's going to look to just survive another day. But
what it is, mate?
Where it looked to be, the days were over.
What is it again?
Hey, Yerky got the yellow trackie on.
Hashtag just saying, get yourself G-Coin. Get yourself a yellow tracksuit, mate. Keeps you in the game. Extra life, cha-ching. He's on his own, but he's out of here.
Somebody see the mushroom 1-up right here. Big ups to the squad for being able to survive right there. RES, man. Love to see it right there. 15 teams, 55 players. We're moving into phase 2.
Mental. But his mentors would give my 30,000 G-Coin. 26 on Twitch, 4,000 are going to be going straight over a one-hit dance on YouTube. I might even up the ante tomorrow on YouTube. You know what? We got 50,000 G-Coins to give away tomorrow. 50,000 people.
Sheesh.
That's insane. That is insane. So, you need to win it. That's what I'm going to say. Tell your friends, get your mum involved, get your dad involved, get him an account, get him to type exclamation mark giveaway, double, triple, quadruple your chances. Get those skins, as CC said. Well, Marines, they're going to leave the skins behind as they are working their way in. Phase number 2, hey, it shifts. It holds on to Everest. Like I say, it's built differently. Everest is built the same as the riverbeds in Tago. It's laced with zone.
SU is like, you know what? We may not have this chance to get the 30,000 G coin like the chat, but you know what? We're going to take the chance to continue to up, and climb these charts right here. They're just bouncing their way along here. 216 kills. They're just 3 points behind STFU out of the conversation. They could easily, at the end of the day, join themselves and jump themselves up. So, like we said at the start, yes, there's a lot of stuff going on the right-hand side, but that does not mean the money up top is still going to get given away. Speaking of giving away, BFG loses 3 to SU. It's all left to Prebes here as he finds a nade, primes it, times it in. Gets some splash damage, but not enough to get the knock. That's 3 down for BFG after coming off the dinner here. That's an unfortunate loss right there. Having to lick the wounds. He's trying to fight the fight right there as the vehicle provides some cover. Spectral from the roof takes down BFG.
Great play from Spectral. He didn't spot him. That's why he moved out from it. He did not spot him. Well, 14 teams, 51 players remain now. Unknown mix. I like this. They reminded me of Ascend. Keep on the outside, keep playing, keep calm, keep cool, collective, play the end game. Unknown mix is doing that at the moment, so he needs to continue to climb that leaderboard here. Other side of the zone, I feel like we've got a band here, CC. We've got this kind of middle section, right to left, east to west, west to east. We've got most of our teams, couple on the north, couple on the south, but the majority is in the band here. There's a bit of a roll of the dice. I feel like the next zone shift, if it goes east or west, it's going to ruin the day for some of these teams because we don't really have many 2-2 splits on either side of the map.
And I know you're hoping for that Everest shift right there, so let's see what we get. Bada bing, bada boom.
Maybe I slivered on a little bit. Waste's got a big decision.
50-50.
Waste's got a big decision. Do you hold a 2-2 here? Possible you could potentially hold as a 2 quite easy, but that south compound, that's quite difficult to hold on to, especially with a lot of teams now making their move in. So Waste, big decision to be had.
Gonna need some huge opening knocks. Gonna have to stop at least one of these vehicles from coming in. Speaking of that, huge headshots onto STFU. A couple of more shots. A few more gonna spell the knocks here onto STFU, but making it barely to the cover should be good as Unwanted takes and lost. This opens the door huge for STFU to come into the backfield here. Betty Boops is down. Unwanted nowhere near to get the res. So they may be able to snake this one away, or maybe Betty crawls to safety. I don't know. This is a big gamble.
I wonder if one of the STFU guys would have seen her, but nope, not this chance just yet. Unknown mix, unfortunately for them, where they played it cool, calm, and collected, it's not really worked out. They actually see Betty Boots from distance, so geez Louise. Gonna get that kill and still not working out. I feel for our Solar Ranger here, but he's got the yellow tracksuit on, so should be good. And I don't know about those, though. They are some shockers. But there might be a shocker here as SU should continue rotating in on the west here as they do take to the coast. These compounds are in front, so at one point they are going to turn in, and maybe with the lack of intel, it is going to be the compound that Rez do sit. Might be dangerous now for Archie as he finds himself some dangerous neighbors.
Unfortunately, looks like this is going to be not the fight you want with SU here, but he's going to have an opportunity to put some points on the board. It is at least a 2v1 here, so can get a knock. Can worry about putting the pressure on. They have no idea. Goes for the first, gets the knock. He's going to have to respond quick. Tries to get the nade, the util out. Gets confirmation.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. That's enough fire. It's going to spread in the right direction, so does at least get one down. SU is like, really? On the edge of the zone here.
I jumped for Elf, if I'm honest with you. I think I don't have enough jumping for him because that was insane.
That was absolutely crazy to say. Like I said, we knew he was going to get one the time on the molly. I thought it was a stun. I thought I was just going to do a little bit of, flair, a little bit of pizzazz, but no, able to confirm that one there. That was the most you could probably get out of that with the way SU's been playing right now. But Plan starting to lose some members here. FMG, man, they are really looking to close this gap for Fut, and if Fut's not careful, this could easily go to FMG here by the end of the day. These guys are just putting point for point, knock for knock, 7 kills on the board, still with 46 players left. They are just continuing to rain this terror in. That nade should almost confirm. That one should do the job right there, and there it is. 2 more on the board now for 9 kills total here, and there is still so much more for FMG to gain. They are not done. Another knock comes through from superiority. And what is going on, Mark?
9 kills is going on. 10 kills is going on. CC, and he's free. Phase 4 shifts to that everlasting Everest. There we go. Get in the bag. Put me in the gambling addicts because they're under pressure. And they called it wrong this one. Blue Zone Nade comes in. It might bloom enough. Looks like a Blue Zone Nade's going to go back before taking a bit of damage. We'll be able to med through this one. A lot of teams got to get shifted in here. Formation Gaming being one of them. Unknown Mix, Gambling Addicts, AAU, SWS in the game. Mad Marines, Berlos are Slav Ukrainians. Well, they're down some too. They got a bit of a shocker. But they're sending it on top of the esports hill that esports will now hold.
Between two teams, they have 17 kills. Let's put that into perspective really quick. 43 players alive plus the 17. That's 60 players. Only 4 kills have gone to every other team in the lobby here. This is controlled by FMG. This is controlled by SU. I don't know what they decided to do before this match on Erangel, but this has just been their entire controlled match right now. And now as SU parachutes in, but the top team may have something to say about it, and they do, but Greg close enough to the ground. Still possible for Rez right here as he gets knocked. Spectro there for an immediate Rez, but he's going to look to hopefully put the knock back in the form of Foot. Otto there for it. Smoke comes out and spots him out. Not enough to buy that Rez right there. As AT's wrapping around the backside right now. It's only so much that Spectro's going to be able to do right now. AT's still not able to find the angle, but Otto there for the push right there. You're realizing he's got some steps. He hears the car. He's trying to find out how to respond right there, but does have a chance maybe to get around for the Rez now.
I think Greg could be calling at the moment, like, hey, don't worry about me, just sit tight, you take your fight. Spectre trying to take it on. He's down to 1 shot. Otto making the push though, but long distance though. STFU come involved as well. It's the gear. This is the gear shift now, CC. This is the finals. Okay, it's about when you gunfights. Yeah, 100%. The whole competition's about that, right? But you gotta. There's teams that are eager here to get some points on the board. You got to deal with some of the speed these teams from rolling out. You wouldn't normally see a team like push out the compound so aggressively. For STFU, well, they're going to end Slava with their 7 kills.
There it is. Keep them points coming on the board. Positive, positive, positive here. Everybody looking to just take themselves to the next step in the leaderboard. Like I said, as we get closer to the end day, you're going to see teams get more aggressive, get more controlled, and just kind of figure out a better strategy here. As here comes FMG. They're not ready to give up just yet. They have a hard rotation in, but for now, they're able to keep themselves in play. Big spray from Waste right there. Tice gets a knock with the Mini 14, but they should be able to get the res as Michael stepping out with the nade, tosses one, a little bit shy. Probably not going to find the knock, but does do some damage. That one, a little bit shy as well. Will go past not finding attackers. If you can just time it to the right a little bit further, that one might do some damage. Again, barely avoids the knock. Does he have one more? He does, and there it is. Drops, comes for another one. Showy gets the knock onto Phaeton, but it is just a util dump onto FMG. Barely avoids. There it is. Somehow still alive.
Well, he bumped the util and unfortunately didn't quite get the victory that he wanted from it. Actually, unwanted, they got a bit of the angle on the guys. Now they're pushing out. No pressure, really. STFU obviously working their way in. Real Gangsters there. STFU obviously moving up. They're on 6 kills now. Footy Sports on the top, and I think they're actually launching util down. Actually, no, it's not them. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming from them. It is them trying to get the Mad Marines at the bottom of the hill. Oh, it's a crossfire coming in from the Gangsters as well. It's more to heaven, and the Marines, well, they're trained to deal with this one.
They know what to do. They know how to recover, and here they are with the response right there. As again, Deviant outstepped a little bit too far. STFU will punish him, trying to get some information, trying to get some attention out of that third-party fight for FMG right there. And now they're looking to retreat, respond. And they have a fight with Foot towards the eastern side of the zone right there. You can see at the top, the first knocks came through. T, I believe, is already down. 8C waiting to get this 1v1 here from the top, trying to hold the angle here. And if UM is careful enough here, may be able to get themselves involved off the backfield as well. So huge nade, almost finds T, and a second one does some damage onto Otto right there, but STFU trying to make the push. Unfortunately, those nades will not find the opening knock.
Let's get rid of some of those tanks. Here's the 200, but still 8 teams. We just made ourselves in the placement points. Now teams are chasing their way down. Michael goes for it, does get techers, and does go on the other side. As I bounce backwards and forwards, the action unfolds. Formation Gaming know they need to get in somewhere. They do try and take as much as they can, and STFU, well, they know they want to take the high ground, and they've already got one down. 7 kills. Otto, well, he might be number 8. Great knock, though, from BenQ.
Ben has been huge for STFU. As I say that, so is Intense for FUT. He's got 1, he's got 2. Ben trying to do what he can to survive against the final 2. Now if AC can get in the conversation, the final 3 of FUT right now. But right now, he has the 2 to worry about. The stun will smack him in the forehead right there. T comes up, comes over, and he's able to clean up the rest of STFU. FUT, the top team, it holds tight for the W into 7 teams right there. 4 kills on the board for FUT.
12 kills from Formulation Gaming. Got to remember, Formulation Gaming put some kills on the board. FUT Esports put some kills on the board. It seems to be tip for tap between these 2 powerhouses at the moment, refusing to go down. They will try and claim everything they can. I do really like this, though. Look at Formulation Gaming. I don't wait for a 2-2, right? To lose some numbers here, but these 2 are so crucial now for that push because it stops our unwanted team being aggressive onto the kind of hold that the 2 have. But now this is difficult. Big Nade comes out. Viper's, though, huge shots come through. Gets him down to a 2, but he might have just done enough to get it. No, Viper says no. And Shoei puts down the secondary. Formulation Gaming, they're going to be down to a solo. They've got to push forward, though. They might have the opportunity to get one back here. Unwanted to be reading the kill feed. They know it's here themselves, but can they get the angle? There's really only one window to peek from. The damage. That's a great nade that goes through the little window and around the corner. Godfrey's goes down. He's going to continue the pressure now on the top window.
The perfectly timed knock gets the angle, gets some shots onto the top window to buy some extra time right there. Now he's debating on, do I get the push and just confirm Hero now, or do I just get the res on my teammate here? He's more focused on the push. I think he's decided he wants to close this fight out first. He wants to buy themselves entry in, but he's got 20 seconds to do so before phase 6 starts to put the pressure on his back.
Great push. Great nade. Looking for the res. Sees the player now, so knows where he is. Oh, he's unlucky. He didn't quite get the flash and the connection. On no mix. They go down 7th place. Another placement point for them. Don't know about the kills. They were chasing the zone down. And they dance the dance here on the outside. Formation Gaming constantly looking for the angles. Puts him off enough to throw the nade into a different spot. Now he goes for the breach. Goes around the outside. Got to remember, though, the sound cues are going to be there. The eyes on the sky. But it's down to a 1 versus 1. He's not going for the reload. A full send maybe. But here's the glide on the glass. But his tippy toes get caught. Oh, my days. Otto arrives just in time to put him down. Formulation Gaming, 13 kills, and Otto, well, he's just on the top. He might just be leaving. It might be a favor well done and a debt that needs to be repaid.
Oh, my Lord. Otto with a huge saving grace for FMG. Doesn't even realize who he saved and the team he is allowing to progress with more points. That right there is going to hurt FUT later on.
Oh, we'll see someone make a note of this one, because if we get to the end of the tournament and Formulation Gaming win by a couple of points, Otto, you should have taken those kills and steals, mate. But no, you helped out. He's a community man, Otto. He's a community man.
That's it. He's all doing it for the love. He wants to make sure everybody gets a piece of the pie. And if not, he's going to make it interesting all the way up till that final match here for you guys nonetheless.
Keep it close, mate. Competition tight. Well, 2 are out. Formation Gaming, they're on the run. I'm taking some more shots. 13 kills at the moment. Definitely a victory so far, I'd say, for them from this game. But yeah, with FUT Esports not going out completely, I'll say now draws the attention back. But no, there's another knock. There's another confirm. There's another point on the board. 14 is down to their final players. FUT Esports might draw their attention back over, but he catches Otto. Try and extend. Try and get the confirm.
Looking to get T now on the off angles. He's got to be very careful how Intense and AT get involved. Also, as Waste on the backfield, they've controlled and contained Fettin as they get the knock, get the flush right now. Waste has enough smoke wall to avoid the shots coming in from FUT. They've stepped in the vehicle to make the push forward, but Intense will be looking, will be waiting for that first knock, gets the flush, and now Michael on fire inside the zone right there as it shifts. Barely going to have to step his way in as T gets the knock onto Otto. Intense continuing to hold his angles, waiting, knowing there's still 2 separate players on these angles here. It's just a matter of, again, how we peak, who pulls forward, but 2 solo players are just playing passively right now.
Oh, they're right next to each other as well. Big kills. I'm surprised Waste only got 1 kill. I'm honestly surprised. A lot of it has been stolen. FUT Esports, though, working, going back. This is now where they're playing. Looks like Ainty's under pressure and the call's coming back. We've got some more kills in the top 12 under our belt. But we need to continue chasing. We need to outperform our Formulation Gaming team, our neighbors, our compadres. They're only down to a player. 4 versus 1 technically, but a solo can just be damaging, especially on a zone at the foot of Everest.
¿Qué pasó, amigos? What are you doing? What do we got going here? You know, let's get some things going here, man. Let's see what we got from our friends. And we were going back earlier. What is it? The friends of my friends is my enemy. You got to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And that's what FUT's doing with FMG here. I don't know if this is the form where you really want to do that in, but we're watching these guys continue to put up a great fight right now. And if FMG could even just find one more placement point, this is going to be a double kill right here. If you can just find Michael, pops up, gets the knock. Not only that, but loses another team in the side. So 3 more points in the form of Formulation Gaming from that knock on Michael.
That's huge. That's huge. Points all the way there. Let's be honest. Real Gangsters, they're on 3 kills. They're going to try and get these reses here. Formulation Gaming were tied up nicely. Banks, another point. Under the belt, 15 on the board. More importantly, gets the double bubble, gets the placement, and also the kill.
And good looking for FUT. FUT's still 4 strong, so they're not just giving this one to FMG. They realized again, okay, we see what's going on. They must have taken a look at the leaderboard and we're like, all right, you know, we've had our fun, right, boys? We came on, we were about 100 points up. We went down to 80, we went down to 60. Let's turn the gas back on. Let's get serious again, and let's show them why we were so far ahead here. And that's what you are getting from FUT right now. We've washed in 10s. Hit some shots right there. They're obviously on the defense right now where they're able to defend, where I think FUT has struggled before, but when FUT is able to recover.
Wow.
Oh, my rainbow.
Wow. Oh, my.
GG's. 17 kills. Happened? And Irish luck coming in. Gibson is here with us or something, because that through the clouds and onto the player there. Hello?
Intense. That's cheeky. That was pinpoint accurate onto the body. Esports side, you'd argue they're going to take the win there anyway, right? But because they got the numbers, but Real Gangsters went out first. It was quick. Real Gangsters took 3rd place. Formation Gaming took 2nd. Huge kills on both teams, and see that kind of fight for the top continue. Let's take a fight for the break. If you haven't already, you might probably have missed by this time the opportunity to get into YouTube. Be back tomorrow, though, on YouTube, though, for some more giveaways there. But we're going to do the giveaways in chat and also in YouTube. See you guys in game number 6.
kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, now it didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flames. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be your fifth place. On this one, then fourth for the next. Third, second, first, you report with the best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. I do it for the love, they perform for the checks, and I still get more. They be bored by the rest. Had to put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance. But I dance in the rain and the thunder, the drums, so I keep going hard. I won't stop till I'm done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be back at the top. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Off and puff and blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Big moves will shake the ground. All the greats who came before us, we about to make them proud. We've got to make this count. Take the ball and raise it.
And we are back for another round over the top of everybody's favorite OG map. But in the new school here, we got the Aaron Gale here brought to everything with fruition. We've got all the input play. We got the new building designs. We got everything put in place. So with all the OG stuff going on, the only OG thing for this map is that FUT is still at the top. Mark, we are going into the final match of the day with one more day for the finals here before we get these teams the last chance to show themselves. And let me tell you, but finally realizing that the gas pedal needs to get back on if FMG is going to continue that race. Both teams in the top three right there to finish that out. That was a kill chase and a kill race between our top two teams.
If it is a kill chase and kill race, they are breaching through nearly to the 500-point mark. Formation Gaming, they are refusing to let them get that far away. The only real change in the leaderboard, though, was on the other side, as our real gangsters will push back down Gambling Addicts into 13th place. So, what point do we count the Mad Marines out? Not just yet. Not just yet. I'll give them a couple of games tomorrow. Rufus Esports, so I think they have the support of the fans in chat. They just need to dial that in. I still think they could get out of this one. Unknown Mix will be eager not to do that. And a bit up the zone was a bit eager to go early, and that pulls back towards the southeast compound. Maybe we get that mill to power that the Gambling Addicts so desperately need to get in front of the real gangsters again.
Again, yeah, huge game. We've seen that happen for UM in the time, and it was kind of wasted time, wasted space for them. They had a great opportunity, were collapsed upon by Clan. So, like I said, control. Take yourself into the early game. Think 3 steps ahead. Be ready to make your next move here if you want to get those points on the board here. Again, relegation only going to be there for so much longer. We've got 1 match today, 6 more tomorrow. As we've been so many matches, there's there's another match next week. Oh, we got another 3-4 weeks. The time's starting to dwindle down, and you're going to have to make these hasty decisions here, make them count here. So 16 players, 64 Let's try that again. 16 teams, 64 players coming back into the final match here. We're going to see if we get any of these hot drops into fruition, who's going to come out on top there. And again, SWS has kind of solidified their position, but this could be huge. Get some points on the board for Mad Marines.
That's it. Well, I know where he is, so there's no getting away from that. They also got a split here. SWS versus Mad Marines, and Mad Marines, as I don't want to write them off just yet, but this might be the breaking point from them. See if they can dig themselves out. Factor fires a few shots back at his compadres, but no, they need to start rolling in, and that's one of the guns you don't want to be facing, especially if they are breaching your compound. UMP, well, that's going to be versus a Vector very, very shortly.
Vector in play here versus the UMP. Two lethal weapons at the close range here. It's going to come down to the trigger pull here. And who responds first? Patzer actually pulls out the gas. Going to have to be careful. Spotted out. He tries to get up, not realizing that it's been dropped just yet. May be able to avoid. Gets into the secondary room. Nade comes through. Doesn't start the gas can on fire somehow. So Patzer, I think, questioning the same thing. Where's the fire? Where's the flames? So he has an opportunity as shots rain in. They are not quite aware of this gas can yet. That nade may start the fire here.
I don't know. I think they are. No. I think they are. They're going to try and blow it now. Will they see it?
Oh, no. He's like standing right on top of it. Still standing on top of the gas can. It just needs to be fired. Just needs to be lit.
What?
Gets the knock onto one. Avoids the second. But, man, that gas can could have been huge for the Mad Marines right there. Oh, the Panzerfaust.
Go for it. He's on the wrong side of the building.
Oh
my God! He got saved by a wooden fence. He's running. He's on the ones and twos. He goes down as well. Cyrex loves it. The Marine.
Grandy's.
Oh my God! Grandy said, "You fire one at me, I'll fire one back."
He said, "You got one, I got something for you too." Makaz's heart was already thumping, was already pumping, trying to get himself to that compound there. The Grandies just gives him the 1-2 with the Panzer. They're trying to respond. There is another Mad Marine in the mix there with Jaws, but he gets spotted out by Grandies, knocked by the nade, down to the solo Marine here. And the Mad Marines, again, with a huge opportunity for some points, unfortunately, are now down to the solo.
Oh, my days. Game 6 antics. Game 6 antics is mental. It's Game 6 antics every week at the moment. Well, we're down to our solo. Doesn't crawl his way back. Maybe baiting in the Thursday. Might be able to pick up one at least and then get to confirm himself. They are looking for him. There's a lot of cover over all the bushes. He might just get away with it. For me, I just sort of sit by that car. I know he kind of go, but baiting the push from the team. Don't give away the position, but he gets one. Nice exchange. 4 times barrel. 17 on the shots. They recall back. Whoa, one comes out of the bushes straight down into the barrel. 762.
Ailes going to try to make the best of it here, at least trying to put some points on the board for the Mad Marines. With Jaws is able to crawl over to him, so could potentially get the res.
Whoa.
Depending on the knock, the nade's huge. Now has 3 members down. The solo Sniken trying to figure out how to respond. With Josh should be getting the res here, as Sniken going to take this opportunity to get his onto Makez.
Good opportunity. Well, the sound cues will be coming in now that there's some footsteps getting close. He's going to try and stick this res. I think that's the right play. Get it back to a 2 versus 2, and this has been an interesting 2 versus 2 here. Looking well. He's got the bandages. He hasn't deployed them just yet. Still moves his way forward. There's another confirm. Another point down. SWS go down. And our Marines, well, they dig the trenches and they dig them deep. They will take it out. A bit of backwards and forwards. They go down to 2. Looks like, though, they've got a lot of traveling when it comes down to zone.
Again, this has just been the name of the game. The zone seems to be putting people on the chase here, making you guys work for the plays here. Sure, there's a certain team or two that's in the middle, but majority of the teams moving in for the zone. Speaking of doing some work, Fenton is going to find one on the Vendetta right there. Tav just down at the bottom here, trying to figure out how to respond with the support from Baffarino. Stopped in the back right there. Superiority finds an opening angle right there. Not able to finish him off, but finishes the job with the second peek. Tav does get the knock. The trade is there. FMG yet again holds on against the fight here for the Gamma Getting. Starting to control Milta, but there's another team, full send, already on the push here. STFU on the chase with BFG.
Yep. He's doing backflips as he gets away on the bike. Cross pass with unknown mix. Again, they want to stay controlled, don't they? We see that. They want to stay early game, not really get too involved. Just defend the space, push out. But a lot of early action. Already down to 14 teams. I think this has been the most aggressive game we can claim it as a Game 6 antics, maybe at the moment. And Greg Shot's punching his way into victory at the moment as he's going to get his own player, who I believe might have been on the old run. And Greg's going to pop him, maybe. He's having a mare at the moment. He's out of here. Well, there's a nade right through the front door, posted. And not quite going to get the confirm. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to stop Hyper, who's going to be crawling his way out closer and closer towards this section, Greg. He's done the damage first. He needs to try and do some more damage now as the rain of fire comes through. It definitely feels like a util dump at the moment. Greg has to reinforce back. He's down to 7 HP.
Speaking of dump right now, Hyper is down. He's disconnected already. He's already got to be upset about that. Down to 3 when SU is doing so good in this competition. That's an unfortunate loss right there. Just down and out right there for SU. But on the push, they're taking the push. They find Prebz. The blue zone is perfectly positioned. Does some damage. Some bullets to follow. There's the push. Starts to follow through. Alpha myself does get the knock. It's all down to Tico and HPFL. HPFL nowhere near the fight. So Tico finding a knock. Finds him in the window. Gets the second.
Great.
Looking to find the third. What's he got? Oh, he's third party. He comes in. Techers.
Jeez. Oh, Greg didn't spot him though, did he? He came running out, and I think the instant fire coming back in, the Game 6 commotion, running back in, unfortunately, the animation going through the window was just too much. And it was a 3-1. BFG down to 2, under 5 from AAU and Formulation Gaming. But with the zone like it is, and with the space that we're gaining, with only 13 teams remain, they might be able to survive out a bit more. Just depends how desperate these surrounding neighbors might get.
And let me say, that's huge for STFU. They were 4 points behind STFU coming into this match right there. That's going to bring some comfort to STFU to give them a little bit of cushion to distance themselves before the final day. And then BitFix Gaming is still chasing SU with how great of a day they've had. BitFix, nothing to take from you guys, but SU has put some points on the board consistently as well. But these teams are chasing each other 5th and 6th place going into the final day. We're talking money. We're talking placements. And this is that left-hand conversation we were talking about. You guys will get a little bit more on tomorrow, but this is where they're fighting for that money. We got relegation fights and we got money's fights, and this is one of those for the money.
Let's talk about the money. There's one winner in Twitch, and there's the second winner in Twitch. Now I'm going to close out to YouTube, just because we can. Giveaway. Here we go. Put it in there. I reckon it will let me know in my main chat. That didn't work. That didn't work. Well, I figured that one out. You can figure out what the hell's going on here, mate. The zone is shifting fast. It's gone heavy.
See ya. Hello, water.
Oh my.
What?
Aggressive, mate.
That is insane right there. Now look at the rotations, Mark. Everybody on that path. Oh my God. But Clan, RES, Unwanted. We've got RGs leading the charge there. STFU finally enters the conversation. Not a single knock has came through, but so many shots from BitFix here.
Insane. Teams are moving in. I'm trying to give away G-coins, people, and you guys are just rotating in aggressively. STFU rolling through the middle of all. Unwanted right in front. It's going to be dangerous when you're following the same cars, the same rotation. You're like, they're not part of my same team. Everyone else is already positioned. We're going to lose some big numbers now. Otto, well, he's in the mix of it all, and he's trying to stay alive and keep the kills coming in from Foot Esports.
Looking for a back-to-back here. They've got Clan punished in this position right now. T is down, but it looks like they may be able to get that res. AT's already on top of it. Clan trying to reset and get their reses as well as Trick inside the smoke should be getting picked up here. Otto going to take the chance to go for a knock. May give his position away. Deviant with some knocks on the side. That vehicle almost gets a re-knock onto both Clan members. AT should be able to find him with the barrel here. Should blind spray, but from the side, BFG enters the conversation. HPFL knocks Otto. Strick does go down to AT. AT finds a second, but Glam there for the trade. Back-to-back knocks on both sides right here. The chaos not gonna stop anytime soon. Enter the chat, RES.
God, what is going on? Well, down to 1. GLS is the final player for them. And we're gonna have to continue to try and hold. Most of these players looking to try and etch their way forward. Oh, I thought he was going to make the peak, though. Intense, though. Waiting, watching. Maybe anticipating. Try and get that one. GG's. Oh, there goes our YouTube winner. I just need to now tag it. That was insane. That was insane. I just it's still insane water, though, right?
That was nuts. The rotations that everybody took, and again, that was just like literally nobody wasted a second. As soon as that zone shifted, every vehicle was literally full send towards the coast, towards Mill to Power. They know where this zone goes. They've done the dance here on Erangel. This isn't OG. This is the new school. And let me tell you, they have done their homework here. They're able to get themselves a nice position. They're able to make the early rotations and fight, again, showcasing that just overall power, takes control of their zone. They're the last team to rotate in, yet still find 4 kills, still find a way to put some points on the board here. And again, having that opportunity for a back-to-back. Let's see what we get.
Every back for back, we'll see what we get. All things will reset tomorrow on YouTube, so that might have been a chance to win it again. But now you still got an opportunity, one more chance to win some G-Coin. When it comes down to Twitch, well, Michael, got a quick kill and steal, and the gangsters, they dropped the ball. They weren't watching behind them. They were focused on the north. The antics sometimes is a little bit closer to home. Wilton, well, he's got to lay low. Nice, Michael, and Viper's now closing the gaps.
And Chiggleton getting surrounded here, opens the door, finds the first set of shots here, tries to find Vipers, does get the knock on to one, but Michael there for the coverage is going to be able to get this. Rez should be able to know there's still one more.
No, Vipers! That's the wrong thing!
Typical plays here from a team. Are you even a team if you don't make that mistake?
I absolutely love it. I was thinking you could have found a blue zone. That's a bit of a waste of a blue zone, killing the guy right in front of you, but nope. Nope, gonna put myself under pressure. Oh, is that a big play at the top? Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
no! No, get the parachute out. There's one.
Oh, that was close.
I think they landed at the top, though. This is a huge play. Lay low. Dobbies, like, I've seen this before, and actually have got away with it. I'll be honest with you. The only thing AAU would know that someone's there, but at the moment, they can't do anything about it. And more importantly, Dobbies is in no way, shape, or form giving up the position to get the res.
Nope, sorry, Kawaii. It looks like that was just an unfortunate drop. The opportunity was there for you too, and then PUBG did not cooperate.
3 nades.
Got it. Huge nade. It's up.
Who's getting the kills?
It's over. Oh, it's short. It's
Who's
short.
getting the kills?
The man from the top here. We've seen him do this yesterday in the tower, which a little bit less defended here. This time, I mean, he peeks when he wants to, and he covers when he wants to. So as long as he keeps his head down, Don Quixote Dauphin could start to farm everything down below him right now. So a big opportunity here for behind enemy wives here. Don Quixote Dauphin still has his teammates down to the bottom. They've left Kawaii, as you can see, towards the coast. They've kind of spread their power, but they're going to just forfeit Kawaii here and just go for their power of position.
We're going to see another one. You know, this player's got a big plate. Intense might be looking for it. I think he's going to the end and going to the high ground and maybe coming back. No, going to the coast. Why not? Because we've got the Mad Marines here. I think he's just seen him just turn away. But that big pineapple parachute, it looks like getting tabbed. Going to be focus of attention now, as one at a time will go up. Still believe Doffy's hasn't even thought about going for the res just yet as he circles his way around looking for his next victim.
That parachute is going to get you spotted out from miles away, but I love it. Talk about the confidence for intense. Don Quixote Dauphin giving me a little bit of anxiety there that close to the edge. But looks like to somehow still make it work. Blanky got the nade cooked up. RES on the approach. He times it nicely, but just a little bit too far. RES pulls back, almost gets the second vehicle. Gets a knock, but instantly traded out from Ayurki. RES able to get the pull up, but they're hurt. They are very destructive right now. And Don Quixote Dauphin, I believe, fell inside. Oh, no, he's still at the top. I thought it was a little bit lower. Okay.
No, he's fine. He's got a lot of intel. Let's see. You know people are below him, so he's got to be cautious if he sticks his feet out. Zone does shift away. Still got a lot of water. Been a really interesting game 6 yesterday. We actually had an island finished on Miramar. Formation Gaming, there's a Marine on the beach. There you go. That should be a quick free kill. Got to get him before the water. That does get him as he jumps his way in. Formation Gaming now set on the outside here. So, foot down to T-Bone. He's very far out of zone here. I wonder how many meds he's got. He's got 5. He's phase 4. he might get away with it. He's going to be quick, going to be aggressive because a lot of teams are stacked up here. Formation Gaming in a really good spot now. And Rez obviously looking to try and conquer their way in. I can't see Rez breaching in towards Mill to Power just yet. He kind of would sit on the outside edge of the wall, right?
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
You'd think so. We'll see what they do end up doing. Fuck gonna stop, get his heels off here. They've done a great job today putting some points on the board. FMG is still in the mix right there, as you can see in the distance. They've got themselves still 3 members left alive, down controlling the south of this zone here. So it could be again, just a chance to put that gap down to about 60 points here. It's gonna be harder for Fut to now throw up another 17-point chicken dinner here as the solo, but still gonna hope to put some points up for the placement here as we watch Don Quixote del Fe continue to just look at everything going on in the zone right now. The most informative player in PUBG right now.
Well, 60 minutes left. There's a big decision to be made. Yeah, you definitely would have preferred a secondary player. You're wasting too many, can cause the damage. I think if you're T-Bone, you might have an opportunity, though, to take a big shot. If he's here, he'll be making his way in. And it's just seat swapping at the moment. Well, this is his way down. Phase number 4. He's got a little, you kind of just want to sit in this little bowl down here by the road. So he's there. I think he's right. He's made it in. He's got red to his name as well. So
oh no,
he's good. He's good. He's
not
good.
the Ducati.
Good. Oh,
not
nice
the
coming in.
Ducati.
No. Oh. T-Bone seen it just in time. Dodge, duck, and dive the other way.
Still saves the Ducati. He's got it for. I thought it was parked, and that's why I was a little worried. Is you're giving away the tires. You're giving away, but he's got a chance still to rotate himself out. Don Quixote del Fe, I think Spurs finally spotted him out. They know where he's at now, so he's having to be a little bit more cautious on his peaks. I think it was probably better off taking a few shots, letting Spurs get comfortable, and then maybe taking those shots. But now they're aware of his positioning, so he's a lot more cautious on how he's peaking here, continuing to just use his very wide range here. He's going to have to find a different angle to either peak from or play from now. But again, a couple of different teams now are aware of Don Quixote del Fe's position.
Oh, he's got to move in now, and his parachute is going to be a bit critical. I think he's got to time this right. He's got the parachute in here. Now, Rez know he's up here. They also will be maybe thinking they can get a free kill from it, but they look to run for zone. They want to take the outside edge, waiting in a really good position. We're holding to a lot of water remaining. So the teamwork between our behind enemy wives should be a lot of intel here. But unfortunately, when you slip your way down to the coast, it's dangerous to make your way back up.
Yeah, very slippery slope right there to climb. And again, with FMG waiting at the top right there, going to be a huge challenge for them to do. But Don Quixote del Fe putting some pressure on the side. So, fighting the same team on 2 different angles. I think he's finally realized that RES has rotated away. So it should be his opportunity to come down. But gonna have to hope that Unwanted doesn't peek this way. T-Bone in the distance does get eliminated. Deviant able to take control and get one more point on the board for them. 9 teams remains. We look for one more team to be eliminated here. Again, just continuing to pepper some shots down in the distance. I think he needs to do this rotation sooner than later. Looks like he's going inside rather than outside, like Mark said. Gonna take that chance there as he goes down, get the heel off, and make the rotation in.
I'll get the heel off now. And then Mix will be waiting for a parachute to appear at the bottom. And Waste, they've got everything to lose here. They are a team eager, watching and waiting. On the outside, they are just looking. I don't think AAU need to move just yet. Like, they will try and hold. STFU going to try to unknown mix. Formation Gaming need to get in as well. Foot already gone. So again, this will be another game where Formation Gaming might be able to close up some of these points.
That's what it is right now. It's all a matter of controlling and just getting the points where they matter. We're on the last game of the day. We have one more day mark for these teams to put it in, so the points really need to start coming into play. You got to start solidifying. There is no more jumping up, down 2, 3 positions. You got to solidify, anchor yourself in. If anything, the only thing you want to do is go up, so continue to put those points on. And Unwanted, unfortunately, is not getting that. So the job to catch up to Formulation Gaming will be that much more challenging. And again, I think that door is pretty closed for them, but still need to worry about putting the points in between them and STFU.
Yep. Now, on the move, Michael, we'll go forward. Again, it's so crucial. I think Wait's in such a good position here. They're trying to just try and claim anything they can. Gaming, there's 11 kills. Another big game from this team. Another big game from this team, mate.
Just continuing, you gotta love it if you're FMG. You had some the middle of the day was not great, right? You were kind of trying to find your eliminated 15th, you were eliminated 16th, and then boom, here you are back at it again, trying to put those points on the board. And I think this is exactly when it counts right now. So FMG, hats off to you guys for not giving up, coming back with some momentum, changing the pace of your day right here, and closing that gap with esports here. But again, it's not over yet. Day for RES continuing to do their thing as well, as we watch them with a chance maybe to get themselves out of relegation, or at least closer to the chance to be out of relegation here toward the end of that day. Remember, they're right at the cusp, right above Mad Marines, chasing in these very few teams like the Gambling Addicts, who are just in the comfort zone.
It's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. BFG down. We've obviously lost behind enemy wires, and the big play from Doffy's going down as well. Waste. This is where we're going to start seeing the driving, steal some kills, get everything you can. You've got the position. Well, you had the position. It's slightly come away from you, but you want to be controlling this section now. Rez just in front of him. You need to get rid of these two teams.
Waste ready to lay waste. Doing their thing from the side. Michael gets one stance. Will go down. It's all left to the solo inside the smoke. The nade will spell disaster for RES. Confirmed out in 5th right there. A couple more placement points there, but that's going to be it for our RES team here. Down to our top 4 teams to finish off the day here. FMG looking strong. STFU with little to no kills on the board. But again, we've seen STFU still catch fire, not having any kills in this end game here. And then AAU, a team here just above in that relegation spot, leading the relegation. We'll have to kind of worry about getting themselves in. This is a good opportunity for them to close out with that chicken dinner, and then again get themselves a little bit further up into the position like Waste. So Waste is in that, what do we want to call, the comfort zone, where you don't have to worry about nothing. This is where AAU is trying to buy in, but Michael has something to say about it.
Welcome, Michael, to the grand finals, day number 2. 7 kills out of 8. 7. Impressive, mate. Might be because you stayed in the drop. I think you just got that now, and you've got the victory helmet on as well. So you need to get yourself off this ground. So wrap the blue. I'd expect him now maybe to crash into AAU. STFU will try and get involved in it as well. I think it's the only real play for them, as they do come rolling in. Who's down the outside? That's not too bad. The molly won't do any damage. Michael does go down. There's a second that goes down, and AAU are holding on with everything they can.
Like I said, they want this. They are, I think, identifying this is Waste. This is who's right in front of us. Let's get them down. Let's put some points on the board, and let's make our game and our day tomorrow that much easier. Nice blue zone from Kelly to confirm Viperous right there as we look for the last member, Shoei, out of the smoke into the flames here. He's got 1 kill on the board. Oh, and spotted out by FMG. Fitting almost spells disaster. Gets the knock on to Kelly. He's helping out Shoei for now. Looking to get the flush, trying to fight 2 players. Has him down to very low HP. 1 more peek, 1 more stun on the opposite side. 9 bullets and a dream. Gets the knock, goes for a repeat. Ibra saves the day for AAU when it almost was all over there for AAU. Waste down, out in 4th, and now it's a chance for AAU to reset.
Look how many knocks DBNOs to technically 3 people up versus a 4 of formulation game, and they fell short. The last one, they're eager to control this one. Hot and Spicy Xerox, while they're driving forward, there's no opportunity to res for STFU. I think the objective here now in the Vikendi gear is to take on the battle that's in front. AAU going to try and get the points they can. There's that confirmed down. Formation Gaming, big wrap around the outside for them. Xerox up, going to try and take additional shots. Does get 1. But look at the danger in the power grid section is hard. The angles are pinpoint accurate. Re-peek. There's no need to re-peek on that one. There's 1. There's a second one that goes down. Formulation Gaming causing the damage. Picks up Xerox. Stones to go wide on the wide angle. He goes down to the final player, which is Jan. Explosive defensive battle at the back. He's going to try and isolate 1, but in comes the fire. And Formulation Gaming are claiming points here, CC.
Looking for another victory. Formulation Gaming has had so many this entire comp, and there is another one. Number 1, 19 kills, 29 points for Formulation Gaming. That is one of the highest kill totals I've seen here in the finals, and put together when it's needed the most. FUT didn't have much on that one. They weren't in the conversation, and FMG says, you know what? Give me that. Let me get those points. I'm making my day tomorrow that much easier.
What a toxic end zone. GGL, delivering big G coins, delivering toxic zones, both on the grand finals, day number 1 and day number 2. What will we get for game number 6, our final game for GGL tomorrow? Guess in
Fist
chat.
fight. Anders.
Mate, I don't think I would have taken a fist fight over that one. Anyway, good game, done, dusted. First and foremost, thank you very much for CC for jumping in, mate. Nushka obviously did have a bit of work, but again, thank you for stepping in very last minute. If you haven't already, give this man a follow. Great caster, great NA, is always around, does APAC stuff, does NA stuff, does EU stuff as well. So the guy you need to know.
I'm everywhere.
Everywhere. He hasn't got his Christmas tree up there at the moment. He's normally got a Christmas tree behind him. So, like, where is the Christmas tree, bro? And it's there all year, people, as well. It is there all year.
It's normally up all year. My daughter was getting sick and she wanted to do some things. So, we'll bring it back. It's coming.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, that's that done, dusted. We have G coins, so we'll wrap up with some more G coins though. We've got 50,000 to give away tomorrow. All things will reset, so you need to be back in chat tomorrow. You need to type giveaway one more time to get yourself in there. Well done for 4,000 coins that went out. YouTube went out shortly. What you need to do if you have been a winner, get yourself on that link into their Discord. It's GGO that are doing the giveaway for the G coins. Nothing to do with me, but I will help you get through to the right channels if you get stuck. Get into the Discord. They've got a ticket section. Open a ticket. Say, hey, I won one of the G coin. Obviously, let them know the round that you won it, because that does determine how much you get. And obviously, if you've got a print screen, etc., the admins have got all the names and the rounds that you made, so they are waiting for you guys to open the tickets. But it is down to you now to open up the ticket. We've had some great action, and there's going to be a lot of clips that will be going onto YouTube. We'll be back same time, same place, same platforms, but we've only got 6 more games left. So if you're on Twitch, go show some love to the person we go raid. For YouTube, go watch this one back. And for everyone, we're going to see you same time, same place tomorrow. Peace.